Welcome to the Gigahood IQ app, your home's guardian in the digital realm, featuring Protect IQ. Protect IQ sweeps away viruses, malware, and online threats for your entire home, so you can focus on what truly matters: family. Shield your home with cutting-edge technology, ensuring every device is safe. No more digital dangers, just seamless, worry-free connectivity. Experience peace of mind with Protect IQ, included in the Gigahood IQ app. Download the free Gigahood IQ app and secure your home with Protect IQ today.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to a beautiful night for high school football. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Mark Law. It's week 2 of playoff action, but with Wapak having a bye last week, it's their first playoff game against a familiar foe, Mark, the 8-3 Shawnee Indians.
Yeah, they had a big win last week in the first round against Holy Name, scored a touchdown late in the game to win that game, and I think this is going to be a really good game tonight. Exciting, good weather. So, again, good Western Buckeye League football. So, I'm excited.
Wapakoneta 10-0. Shawnee 8-3. We're getting ready for the start of tonight's high school football action here on TSC right after this timeout. Let me tell you about my friends at Miller's Corral, a family-owned discount appliance and furniture store right here in Wapakoneta. Miller's Corral has served customers in Wapakoneta and the surrounding area since 1981, and I can tell you firsthand, they beat the big box stores. Low prices on quality products and top-notch customer service. They're all about service, delivery, installation, and repair. Miller's Corral is an authorized dealer of such brands as Amana, FlexSteel, KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, and more. Take my word for it, they are the best. For complete sales and service, visit my friends at Miller's Corral in the Grandview Plaza, Wapakoneta.
Are you having trouble making a decision about where to go for your hearing care? Well, let us help you cut through the noise. Hear what our patients have to say about us here at Auglaize and Sydney Audiology.
This place is absolutely amazing. Right when you walk in, it feels so homey, not like other doctors' offices.
Everyone at the office was so friendly and helpful. My audiologist did great at explaining the results and possible solutions.
Don't trust your hearing care to just anyone. See the professionals at Auglaize and Sydney Audiology.
Alan Davis Insurance Agency, your solutions provider in Wapakoneta, Lima, and Minster. Alan is a business owner and an active farmer, and Farmers Insurance President's Council Hall of Fame inductee for 2025. Trust Alan Davis Insurance Agency for auto, home, life, commercial, and total farm protection with offices in Wapakoneta, Lima, and Minster. For more information, check us out on the web at alandavisinsurance.com. Hello again, everyone. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Mark Law. Week number 2, as I mentioned, of high school football playoffs here in the Buckeye State. Wapak earning a much-deserved bye last week, finishing the season 10-0, Western Buckeye League champions again. And the Shawnee Indians finishing the season, the regular season, at 7-3. And coming into this game after a victory in the first week of the playoffs against Holy Name, 19-10. But before we get started, as the players get ready down on the field, they just announced the Western Buckeye League All-League Teams, Mark, and we've got some special people we need to recognize here tonight.
Yeah, we knew we had a special team going into this year. That a lot of these players have been playing since they were freshmen and sophomores, and it showed in this voting that came out this week. You had the co-offensive lineman of the year, Mason Ludwig. You had the offensive skill player of the year, Caleb Moyer. Co-defensive skill player of the year, Jarrett Mullen. And then coach of the year, obviously Coach Moyer. And then we had several first-team all-league players on the offensive side. Mason Ludwig, Austin Van Ruin. Defensively, first team, Braylon Waters was defensive lineman. Defensive skill, we had Jarrett Mullen, Caden Page, Darren Hauser, Ryan Richardson. And then our second team, all WBL, on offense, we had Darren Hauser and Jarrett Mullen as far as skill player goes. And then second team all defense, we had Wyatt Buell and Noah Bishop. So a lot of nice rewards there for those kids that worked hard this year.
And our congratulations to each and every one of them. And our congratulations, too, to Caleb Moyer, offensive player, skill player of the year. And, of course, Dad, Coach Moyer, Coach of the Year. So let's take those honors all the way to state, boys. Let's do it.
And we did also have some audible mentions as well. We had Ben Hopkins, Andre Longsworth, Ethan Becker, and Gage Vaughn. So, again, nice job throughout the season. So, basically, our whole offensive line, was a part of that this year.
Shawnee won the toss and decided to defer, and Jamai's kick is going out of bounds, so Wapak will get good field position to start tonight's game.
Yeah, I thought they would squib kick it, just keep it away from our two skilled players back there. But, man, kicking it out of bounds, I don't think that was the plan.
Want to thank our sponsors once again for our playoff action: Merit Real Estate, Minster Bank, Elevation Chiropractic, Miller's Corral Home Savings Bank, G.A. Windsor & Son, State Farm Insurance, Pushita Creek Steaks, Miller Brothers Tire, Ely Funeral Home, and Feaster Residential and Commercial Inspectors. Wapak will start first and 10. From there, 35. We've got motion to the left. They're shifting to the right. That's Ryan Richardson wide right, Caden Page to the left. It's going to be a handoff to Jarrett Mullen. Mullen trying to sweep around the right end. And as always, he manages to get past that first pursuit defender in a nice little game there of about 7 on the play.
Yeah, I think you talk about Shawnee having a 7-3 record this year. Most of that is attributed to this defense. This defense was, ranked second in the league behind Wapak. And, again, their defense has done a nice job this year for them.
Ryan Richardson is down on the field, and we've got a little break. So without going anywhere, let's take a little time here to recognize not only the honorable mentions for Wapakoneta, but also the first and second team WBL players for Shawnee.
Yeah, for Shawnee, you had J.J. Spiker, their quarterback, who was a first-team offensive skill guy. Isaac Meeks, a good running back. He also plays defensive end. He was a first-team defensive skill guy. And then they had Colton Hobson, who was second-team defensive skilled, and Tyler Rudisall, that was also second-team defensive line. So, again, their defense is kind of what they hang their hat on as well. I think J.J. Spiker makes some great plays offensively. But, again, they always say, defense is what wins championships. And, here's the two top defenses in our league right here.
And speaking about defense, Ryan Richardson, first team D for WBL, slowly coming off the field. Let's hope that doesn't affect us defensively as we proceed forward. Second down and 3 just underway here from Wapakoneta. And a beautiful night for football. It truly is. The wind has died down. The rain has pushed out. Clear skies. And both teams are ready to play. Moyer in the shotgun. They're going to shift to the right. That's Wackoff in the H-back position. Moyer looks to the right. That's a fake, and it's an obvious quarterback keeper. And he's going to be short of the first down, maybe a gain of 1 on the play.
Yeah, the defensive line did a nice job there of stopping him, short of that first down. And nice short gain there for the Shawnee defense.
Let's talk about that defensive line for Shawnee.
Yeah, you got 3 big guys up front there, Turgeman and Rudisil and Creeder. Again, they're all juniors. They're all going to be back next year. Do a nice job. Yeah, so good defensive front there for them.
Wow. That's good for Shawnee. That's really good for Coach Wireman, Shane Wireman. Our hats off to him, too. He's had a heck of a year at Shawnee. 3rd and 2 from the 43. We've got motion to the left. That's Andre Longsworth, and it's going to be a false start for the Redskins. Boy, Caden Page was wide open, too. Yeah. That was a first down all the way.
Yeah, here be your first test now, 3rd and long here.
You got to keep your head in the game, boys. That's for sure.
Yeah, Shawnee defensively thinking here, hey, let's get 3 and out. Let's get off the field and get our offense out there.
Caleb Moyer, of course, finishing the year with 14 touchdowns. Right behind him, Jared Mullen with Caleb Moyer with 21 touchdowns. And Jared Mullen with 14 touchdowns. And Mullen finishing the year with 1,400 all-purpose yards. We've got motion to left, and that is our man Mullen. As Moyer steps back, he has plenty of time. Looks across the middle. The ball gets tipped, and it was almost picked off.
Yeah, nice job there by Jaron Bagley stepping in front of that. I mean, that was very close to being a pick for the Indians.
Bagley had an outstanding year on kickoffs and punt returns this year, playing defense there and playing spoiler. So unusual for the Wapakoneta Redskins to go 3 and out. They were hurt by that penalty.
Yeah, Bagley will be back here for the Indians to receive this punt.
Yeah, and this is unusual for us to be in punt formation. We don't have many punts this year. And Elliott drops the ball, and now he manages to regain his composure and gets a kickoff, takes a or gets the kick to take a Wapakoneta bounce and a nice little roll down to the 25.
Yeah, that was a nice job. He just kind of moved to his left there, created some space, and was able to get that off.
And that's what you got to do, man. Try to get away from that rush and still try to make connection with the ball. And he did an outstanding job.
Well, I bet if you went back and look, probably the last 5 weeks of our season, he might have punted maybe 2 times. So
I'll tell you, the key to Elliott block this year has been his handling of the extra point, because he places the ball, and boy, there were many times I questioned whether or not he was going to get it ready for Drew Newcamp to kick. Out comes the Shawnee Indians on their first possession of the game. 1st and 10 from their 25-yard line. J.J. Spiker is the man. He's at quarterback, 14 touchdowns this year. We've got motion to the right. Spiker takes the snap and hands it off. And that one is not going anywhere. A little extracurriculars there.
Yeah, Tate Niekamp right there in the hole, and then the host of the Redskins joining in there. But Tate did a nice job there.
Isaac Meeks, the ball carrier, and they really stuffed that. Meeks was featured in that victory last week in week number 1 against Holy Name, or at least playoff week number 1 against Holy Name, that 19-10 victory last week. So I'm not surprised that they handed the ball off to him first. But J.J. Spiker's a dangerous one. He can run the ball as well. 2 wide receivers out to the left, 2 to the right. Spiker looks, throws, and overthrows the intended receiver. That was Davidson.
Yeah, I was watching our previous game against Shawnee, and they did have some success running with Meeks against us. I remember you and I talking during the game that first time we met that we were surprised that they didn't give him the ball a little bit more.
Reese had a great year this year, 36 receptions. I wouldn't call that outstanding, but he made them count. 6 of those were for touchdowns. Trips out to the left, 2 to the right for Spiker. 3rd and 11 from their 24. Their first possession of the game, as I mentioned.
Looks like they're going to bring Hauser on.
Yeah, it looks like they are. And Spiker's going to tuck it and run, and a missed tackle. And, of course, Wapak's DBs had to come up.
I don't know if that was
side.
a drawn-up draw, because it seemed like he tucked that pretty quick.
He did.
I mean, it didn't seem like he had pressure on him. So I think it might have been a called draw.
Design draw for Spiker. It's going to be short of the first down. It'll bring up 4th and 4 and the punting unit.
Got Mullen and Page back receiving a punt for Wapak.
And those guys have had an outstanding year on returns this year. There's a high snap and a nice kick. It drives Page back inside the 30, looking for a few blocks. Now he's up over the 30, 35, trying to spin out of a tackle, and he's not going to go anywhere. He'll be short of the 40-yard line. But, again, good field position for the Wapakoneta Redskins.
Yeah, so both teams coming out with basically a 3 and out, and usually it seems like the offense starts off a little slow. Defense is ready to go here, so let's see what Wapak can do here with this second possession. We
got to remember too that ending the season, Wapak, as you mentioned, the number 1 total defense in the league. And their turnover ratio, by the way, they were a +6 and Shawnee was a +1. So that may be the difference of the game. And of course, Caleb Moyer just barely missed an interception in the previous drive. As they set up now, they've got trips out to the left. That's Ryan Richardson back into the game at wide left. That's good to see. Moyer takes the snap. He looked to the right. Now he's under a lot of pressure, and he's just going to have to throw it out of bounds. Nice pursuit by the Shawnee D.
Might have a holding call here as well.
On the offense?
I think so.
Boy, when we looked at the season 2, Wapak was one of the least penalized teams in the league, and having 2 flags already in this game. 8:23 remaining in the first half. Wapak's second possession of the game. And that's going to put the ball back inside the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like Kobe Benson was getting a little pressure there, and then when Moyer went to break the pocket, it looked like we had a holding on the edge there.
So 1st and 20 now from the 29. Trips out to the left. Actually, 4 receivers to the left, but it's going to be a sweep, and Mullen's not going anywhere. Nice pursuit down the line by number 14. That's Barker for the Indians. Mullen with not much of a gain there, maybe 3. Up 2nd and 17. I want to thank our sponsors for tonight's contest. As always, our good friend Mike Feaster at Feaster Residential and Commercial Inspectors. Thanks, Mike, for joining us this year. That's Caden Page split wide to the left. He's over there with Mullen. Trips out to the right for Moyer. Moyer takes the snap. 3-man rush. And he still got pressure, and he still got the pass off to Mullen. Jared Mullen into Shawnee territory, and Moyer threw a bullet.
Yeah, Benz for Shawnee was getting a little pressure there. You know, Caleb got outside the pocket, you know, was able to make a pass play out of it. And, yeah, nice job for first down.
That was a heck of a pass. They only were rushing 3, and they still got pressure on Moyer.
Yeah.
Wow. And Wapak managed to get a completion with all those defensive backs back there. 1st and 10 from the Shawnee 45. We've got motion to left. That's Mullen. It's a quarterback keeper all the way. And Moyer short of the 40-yard line, maybe a gain of 4 on the play.
Yeah, again, Shawnee's front 3 are doing a nice job there. Pretty nice sized kids up there when you're talking, you know, 6'2", 5'12", or 5'11", 250, 245 pounds. So there's some big boys up front for Shawnee.
Wapak's 2nd possession of the game. 2 wide receivers out to the right. 2nd and 6 from the 41. Moyer looks to the sideline. Mullen back there with him. Andre Longsworth in a slot to the left. Well, that was really slow. It's Mullen trying to find the hole right behind Longsworth for a gain of about 2.
It almost looked like Shawnee was lined up in the neutral zone there. Left tackle.
Didn't it look like that?
Yeah.
It looked like that, sure. Wow. I saw the same thing. Looked strange.
Big 3rd down here. Is this 4th down territory, you think?
Absolutely. Absolutely. In this game, you have to do that. I wouldn't mess around with punting the ball at all. So I would expect a pass here.
Yeah, I was going to say, we might see one of those little short screens here. Quick stops, maybe out here to Page.
Yeah, they like those drop back.
Yep.
And look for Bishop on this play. He's tight to the right. On 3rd and 4, we've got motion to the right. That's Mullen. It's a quarterback keeper.
Oh, wow.
Moyer's got some running room. He's got the first down inside the 30-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
They're going to say he was down. The ball came out at the end of the play, but they're going to say that his knee was down. Yeah, Becker did a nice job there of sealing the edge, and so Moyer had a quick edge there. No one had contained, so nice run for first down.
Boy, a nice pickup there by Moyer, but eerily a potential turnover there. And I had mentioned, you know, Wapak +6, Shawnee +1. The turnover ratio could come into play in this game. You got Bishop split wide at the right. He's over there with Richardson. Page is split wide to the left. Andre Longsworth in the backfield with Moyer. He's going to be staying back there to block. Moyer, there's another flag, and he looks downfield into the end zone. And that is probably in the area of holding.
Yeah, I think they brought a linebacker from the outside there, and it looked like Van Ruin kind of just almost tackled him on the edge there.
Wow. Wow, Wapak, 3rd penalty of the game already. Oof.
Man, puts him behind the chains there. Woo. First and 20.
Back, yep, back to the 40-yard line. I want to give a big shout-out to our friends at Pashita Creek Steaks, Amanda Lifferton. She's got some specials for this month we'll tell you about a little bit later. State Farm Insurance, G.A. Windsor & Son, and Home Savings Bank. Big shout-out to Joel Schneider. Thank you once again for your support. So they'll repeat first down. It's 1st and 20. Their second 1st and 20 on this drive. It's Caden Page on the receiving end. His first catch of the game. And they snuffed that one out for maybe a gain of 3.
Yeah, they got that outside linebacker out there in the flats pretty quick. Nice job there by the Indian defense.
Yeah, they're really getting down the line, aren't they?
Yeah.
So Caleb,
Spiker's playing a lot of defense tonight out there. We didn't see him much in the first game this year. They got him on the outside linebacker position.
Yeah, I think they need that. They need to get their skilled players on offense playing more defense. 2nd and 17 from the Shawnee 37. Moyer takes the snap, looking downfield, looking for Page. He's open down in the corner. He goes up. He comes down with the ball. What a catch. What a catch by Caden Page.
Yeah, he got back behind Hobson there, and Hobson was just trying to catch up with him. And
wow.
Nice job of Caleb Moyer getting the ball to him down the field.
Wow, that was beautiful. As the moon shines in the north end zone. That's a beautiful picture right there. It'll be even more beautiful if we punch it into the end zone. What a nice pass from Moyer to Page. 4:10 remaining here in the first quarter. Wapak threatening now. Page split wide to the right. Longsworth in that slot to the left. Mullen in the backfield. Quarterback keeper. And what do we got now? Another penalty, or do we have a timeout? Oh, it's going to be offsides finally on the Shawnee defense.
Yeah, way out there. I didn't even see that.
Yep.
I was kind of watching the offensive line. I was like, I didn't see anybody move on the offensive line.
So half the distance to the goal line puts the ball inside the 1. 1st and goal from the 1.
This will probably be a Moyer run, I would expect.
Well, Mullen comes out of the game, so.
Caleb Wackoff comes in. He's going to be probably a lead blocker right here, him and Andre.
And Andre setting up to his right side, so they already showed the quarterback keeper, and they're going to do it again. And bouncing off his own man, that's number 50, Von Ruin. Gave him a little butt push. Not the tush push that we're used to, but it still helped Moyer get in the end zone for the first touchdown of the game.
Yeah, I was talking to Mr. Watt before the game. He works with our kickers, and I asked him, well, who's going to be kicking extra points tonight? Because Avery Shiplane came in and kicked one last week against Bath 2 weeks ago, and he said Drew had a good week of practice, so looks like it's in the camp it's going to be.
Elliott takes the snap, the place, the kick is up, and the kick is no good. He kicked it to the right. So the extra point problems continue for Mr. Niekamp, but nonetheless, Wapak draws first blood at 6-0. You're watching Wapakoneta High School playoff action here on TSC. We'll be back right after this.
Friday Night Football, everyone's favorite time of the season. The energy, the band, it all ties together perfectly. You deserve the same from your real estate transaction. Located in downtown Wapak and operating all throughout Northwest Ohio since 2012, Merritt Real Estate is here to provide you with exceptional service and commitment to ensure you get the most out of your real estate experience. From Friday night lights to Friday morning coffees on the porch, Merritt is with you because in Wapak, community comes first. Get more with Merritt, your home team in real estate. Personal service. That's Home Savings Bank. Locally owned and operated, Home Savings Bank takes pride in being part of the Wapakoneta community since 1941. Home Savings Bank continues to offer more services like online bill pay, ID Theft Smart, a mobile banking app, home mortgage and equity loans, construction loans, lines of credit, savings accounts, IRAs, and more. All with friendliness, integrity, and the personal service you deserve. Home Savings Bank in downtown Wapakoneta.
Lee's new crispy golden fried spicy wings come in packs of 6, 12, or 20. That means they're perfect for solo snacking or feasting with family and friends. Sorry, not sorry to your old favorite wing spot. Only at Lee's, famous for chicken.
Tired of searching for the right tire? Then you'll be glad you found Miller Brothers Tire Service. If it's round, rubber, and rolls, we've got it. Lawn and garden, agricultural and industrial, and everything in between. Miller Brothers is your one-stop super shop for everything tires and wheels. We offer the best service around, and we're family-owned and operated. And you know what? We're still going to be here tomorrow because we're on our second generation, and we've been here for 70 years. Give us a call or visit us online at millerbrostoTire.com for all your tire and wheel needs.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Mark Law on this beautiful night for high school football from Wapakoneta. I got to tell you, man, it doesn't get any better than this Full moon, clear sky. All the rain has worked its way out of the area, and slight breeze for the kickers, but I don't think it was the breeze that pushed that extra point to the right.
Yeah, when I walked out of school today at 3 o'clock, it was still kind of overcast a little bit. I'm thinking, and then because they were talking for the sun to come out, and sure enough, like an hour later, the sun comes out, and yeah, good night for football.
I was wondering, it was a 61-yard touchdown drive for the Redskins, but because first down they got a penalty of 10 yards, they actually started the drive from the 29. So I don't know if we mark this down as a 71-yard touchdown drive or a 61-yard touchdown drive, but either way, they got into the end zone, and it was created because of a great pass from Moyer to Page. That combination that's been there all year long. That's been their bread and butter. Here's the ensuing kickoff, and it's going to go drop inside the 20 and bounce out of bounds just around the 20, or I should say the 17-yard line. So kicking the ball out of bounds is going to give them pretty good field position here. Wow, I got to tell you, I expected even more of a crowd from Shawnee, even though we look directly across. The midfield stands are pretty full. But I was disappointed with like 5 minutes before the game started. I was like, what's going on?
Coach Moyer down there giving Drew a little talking to.
Again, after the kickoff, huh?
Yeah.
He's got to get his head in the game. They'll start the ball at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 for Shawnee. They're going to want to match Wapakoneta score for score. They struggled a little bit against Holy Name last week in the week number 1 of the playoffs. Spiker in the shotgun, 2 wide receivers to the left. That's only 1 to the right.
Our biggest thing is we have to make sure we keep contained with our ends. As long as we keep contained, we're pretty darn good. When we lose contain, like right there.
Wow.
Nice job, Braylon Water.
I think.
Stayed at home, had contain, he had nowhere to go, he had to turn back inside. And that's what they need to do. If they can keep contain on our edges, we're going to be fine tonight.
I think he wanted to hand the ball to Meeks, and at the last minute decided to keep it. He probably should have handed the ball to Meeks.
A lot of times,
that's just me, man.
A lot of times they'll read that defensive end. He might have given that false read where he stepped inside and thinking, okay, I'm going to pull and get outside, and he wasn't getting outside of Braylon on that one.
Well, they're actually going to give him the line of scrimmage. I thought maybe he lost a yard. H-back to the right, 2 wide receivers to the right. That's where Spiker's going to go, and he's going to throw, and it's going to be caught. And on the receiving end, what a nice catch by Reese Davidson, the senior.
Yeah, nice break there by Noah Bishop. He was right there for the tackle as soon as he caught the ball. I thought maybe he was going to get a hand up in there.
Wow, that was a nice catch. Yeah, he had Bishop, and he was draped all over him. They'll put the ball at the 50-yard line now. Go ahead.
No, they did a nice job of getting the pocket and rolling him out there on that one. They moved the pocket.
1st and 10 from midfield. 1 wide receiver left, trips out to the right for Spiker. He's going to hand it off. Up over the 50 and into Wapak territory is Colton Hobson.
And again, I don't know if they have a stun on, but it seems like Tate Niekamp are got stuck down inside a little bit, and that's what I'm afraid of. When they get the edge on us, that's where they can really do the damage on us.
Colton Hobson, one of those guys playing offense and defense. He was 2nd team all WBL defense. And a nice strong run on that play. But still only 2.5, maybe 3 yards. Call it 3 yards. 2nd and 7 from the Wapak 47. Motion to the left. That's Bullock. And it's going to be handoff to Meeks, trying to follow his tail and not getting much there.
Again, that's Tate Niekamp. He's sprinting it down from the backside. And sometimes, he makes a play like that, but then sometimes that hurts him when it's coming to him.
It's nice to see Andre Longsworth back over there on defense as well.
Yeah.
After the injury. So he had an outstanding year.
He got in the Bath game, had some good plays, and so, it's nice to see him back out on the field. Big play here for the defense.
Buck 42 remaining in the quarter. Big 3rd down for Shawnee. From the Wapak 45-yard line, Spiker takes the snap, looking to the right, throws to the right. Oh! What a nice pass.
Man, I thought Gage Vaughn was going to get a piece of that at first. He was dropping out there in the flats and jumped up, got a hand up. It was a nice pass by Spiker just to get it over top of him.
Brady Bullock on the receiving end. The senior hauls it in for a big gain and another first down for the Shawnee Indians inside the 30-yard line. We'll call it the 28 of Wapakoneta. So the Indians on the move with $1:15 remaining here in the quarter, trying to answer that Wapakoneta touchdown. We got them stacked off to the right here, 2 to the left, motion to the left. That's Hobson in motion, and the ball carrier.
And I noticed that watching the tape from last game. I talked to Coach Copeland today about this. You know, they put Braylon Walters and they put Mullen to the strong side of the field or the wide side of the field, and they put Tate Niekamp and Gage Vaughn, you know, the short side, which they're both sophomores and they're good players, but they're just young players. And it seems a lot of times that's where they're getting some of those chunk yards is when they go to our weak side here.
Good observation. 2nd and 7 from the 25. 20 seconds remaining. They got 10 seconds on the play clock. They got to run a play. Fake handoff. Spiker's going to keep it, trying to find a hole. And he's going to be well short of the first down, just inside the Wapak 25, and that'll be the last play of the first quarter. With the score, the Wapakoneta Redskins 6, the Shawnee Indians threatening. We'll be back with second quarter action here from Wapakoneta. It's week number 2 of high school playoffs. You're watching Wapakoneta High School football on TSC.
When it comes to land, some people just see earth. We see an investment. We see growth. We see profits. We see life. When it comes to your farm and your land, we'll help you see your investment. At Dye Real Estate and Land Company, we know the land because we live it every day. Visit us today at dyerealestate.com. That's dyerealestate.com.
Jake from State Farm. I really want that personal price plan, so I'll admit it. I'm a bath bomb guy.
Dude, you do not need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan simply helps you create an affordable price just for you.
For real?
Who's ready for their jazz bath? No?
Who is that guy?
This is Jimmy from Jimmy Sager State Farm in Wapakoneta, Ohio. Stop in our office at 201 East Auglaize Street or call 419-738-7506 or check us out on the web at jimmysager.com for your free, no-obligation quote.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Mark Law. Big third down coming here, Mark. 3rd and 5 from the 23 of Wapak.
Yeah, defensively, I think Shawnee's going to go for 4 downs here, so we got to have a nice stop here on 3rd down.
When they're showing run, they look like it too. You can tell. And I think maybe it's a quarterback run. You could see that. Spiker breaks the initial tackle. And that was kind of unusual. I mean, that was Braylon Walter.
Yeah, he did. He had him on the edge there. He's kind of like he was falling down almost.
Yeah.
Initial contact made him cut back inside. Waiting for a linebacker to come. But, man, nice job by Spiker to pick up the first down.
Yeah, Braylon Walter, first-team defensive line for the WBL this year. Losing his grip on Spiker, and Spiker spinning out of his tackle, gets the first down, and the ball inside the 20. 1st and 10 from the 18 to be exact. We just started second quarter action here in Wapakoneta. We want to keep them off the scoreboard. Got 2 wide receivers split to the right. That's Davidson, their top receiver, out there covered by Bishop. J.J. Spiker is going to roll to the right. He's actually looking for his number 1 guy, and he's going to feel a lot of pressure, and he's going down, and a host of Redskins track him down there.
Yeah, they're trying to roll that pocket to the right side, and Braylon Walter did a nice job of keeping contained the entire time, was able to come up and force him for a loss right there.
Yeah, Mason Ludwig, Hauser on the tackle there. We need to hear a lot from Hauser in this game. We need him to step up defensively for sure and show his impact that he can have on this game. Loss of 3, 2nd and 13 from the 21. That's a good stop there by the Redskins. Let's keep it up. Two wide receivers split to the left. Spiker takes the snap. He's looking left. Pump, fakes, throws across the middle and tipped away.
Yeah, good coverage there by Noah Bishop.
Wow.
Also coming from the backside was Ryan Richardson, or excuse me, Caden Page. So, yeah, nice job defensively there.
Yeah, Noah Bishop, I think he should have been first team defense in the WBL. Showed it right there how he can track the ball and make a great defensive stop there. He was a great tackler this year, 3 interceptions, a few breakups like that, but mainly his tackling. And the game that he had last week against Bath or 2 weeks ago against Bath was fantastic. Brings up a 3rd and 13. We've got 2 wide receivers to the left, trips to the right for Spiker. Spiker's going to take the snap, looks to the right, throws, and boy, what a terrible throw to Davidson. They tried to set up the screen over there with a couple blockers in front of him, and just a terrible throw. He threw it inside of him.
Yeah, it looked like he was really throwing that pretty quick. Just get rid of it as quick as he can, and I think that, created that bad pass.
Well, we know Shawnee's got a good kicking game. We know that their kicker is got a pretty good leg. And Jemay is going to attempt a 37-yard field goal. That's where they're marking the ball right now. So there's the snap, the place, the kick. He's got an end over end. He's got the distance. And it just drops over the crossbar.
Nice job about defensively to hold him to just the field goal.
37-yard. That was a nice field goal. We'll keep it right here with 10:21 remaining in the quarter. And, yeah, it looked like he had the distance. Jemay put enough on it from the 37, but I didn't think it was down the middle enough. I thought it was going to fall to the right a little bit.
Yeah, that's what
more.
I was thinking. I thought it was going to be wide right. Snuck right in that corner there.
Well, let's talk about our sponsors once again. All season long and during the playoffs here, we want to thank Ryan Place and his crew at Merritt Real Estate, our friends at Minster Bank, Alan Davis Insurance Agency, Elevation Chiropractic, Ted Miller and the crew over at Miller's Corral, Home Savings Bank. As always, Sean Windsor, Gus Windsor, and the Windsor family, G.A. Windsor and Son, very supportive of anything that has to deal with Wapakoneta athletes or the community, or athletics, I should say. They have just been fantastic throughout the years. And ever since I started doing games, and actually in the mid-'80s, radio-wise, but Wapak TV since '97, G.A. Windsor and Son has been there. Want to say big shout-out to Dan Lee and Vanessa Lee at Auglaze Audiology, and Devin and Kylie Dye at Dye Real Estate and Land Company. Shawnee's on the board. 10:21 remaining in the half. Jemay to kick it off. And again, they're going to squib kick it. And that one's going to be picked up by Richardson. And Richardson was the target of many a Bath kickoff 2 weeks ago as well. They really want to keep the ball away from
definitely
Mullen and Page.
Getting starting there by 36-yard line for this offensive drive.
That's a good start. Yeah. I like that. I like that field position. So if they want to give us that, that's fine. I like that a lot. 1st and 10 for the Redskins. Their first possession of the second quarter, 3rd possession of the game. Last time they took a really nice drive into the end zone and a missed extra point by Drew Niekamp. It was a nice block. Oh, man, Caden Page got drilled.
Yeah, Jaron Bagley was right there as soon as he caught the ball, put a nice hit on him. Again, but not after 8-yard gain, though.
Yeah, Bagley showing his impact early. As we mentioned, he's up there as far as kickoff returns and punt returns in the WBL as well. Looks like Bishop's into the game now. We'll call it a gain of 7. It was still a nice gain. Page this time is wide to the right. I think that's the hardest hit on Page I've seen all year. You think?
Yeah.
Trips out to the left there to go to Page again, looking for a blocker. He's got one up the midfield. He's got the first down.
Yeah, Caleb Adams out there making a good block for him. He's just got to drive his feet a little bit longer and keep running.
Adams made a nice block.
Yep.
Page decided to take it to the inside, the outside of him, and got a couple extra yards from that. So Wapak 1st and 10 from midfield. So just like that, that's the difference of good field position and bad field position, where you can get a first down a little bit more, and then all of a sudden you're at midfield. So here we go. 9:30 remaining here in the first half. 2 wide receivers out to the left. That's Mullen in the backfield, and Andre Longsworth with the nice block for Mullen, trying to break that one tackle as he gets a gain of about 5 on the play.
Yeah, Ethan Becker, offensive guard there, did a nice job pulling and getting up in the hole there.
Boy, it's nice to see Andre Longsworth out there because he is not only a great tackler on defense, but just that. He sets a really nice block on that end to spring Mullen to that 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5 from the Shawnee 45-yard line. 2 wide receivers out to the right. That's Richardson wide right. Moyer in the play action.
He's
steps
got
up,
Page deep
looks,
again.
throws, and overthrows the intended receiver.
Yeah, Page did a nice job getting behind Bagley again.
Just a little bit too mustard. Too much mustard on that pass. Even with the jets of Page, he couldn't catch up with
I like
that.
the stretch down the field, though.
Yeah.
Open up some of that underneath stuff.
Adams and Bishop back into the game. As Longsworth and Walter come out. 3rd and a long 5. Trips out to the right. That's Page, wide right. Moyer on the quarterback keeper. And he's going to fall forward. He's going to be short of the first down.
Yeah, I think he's got about a yard there. Looks like I bet Wapak will go for it here on 4th down.
I'd do a hurry-up offense like right now.
Yeah.
Like right now. Go, 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 go. Don't delay. Just go.
You see a lot of teams doing that nowadays, especially like on goal line situations. You know, like get a run, let's get right up to the line and go.
Yeah.
Don't give the defense a chance to sub in or change up the defense.
So they're bringing in their running package, if you will. Yep. Longsworth and Wackoff.
Yep.
We'll be back there with Moyer and.
You also brought Tate Niekamp in also, tight end.
Fourth and a yard. Big 4th down. Moyer. He's got it. Wow, that was a nice little wall there off left tackle. And it was kind of set up there by Caleb Wackoff.
Yeah, he's basically lead blocking, and then he's pulled that backside guard again as well. So,
Yeah, he got right up on the backside of that junior and pushed it inside the 40-yard line. They had to get to the 40 for the first down. 1st and 10 from the 38, 7:43 remaining in the half. Wapak threatening, trying to answer that field goal by Shawnee. This is their first possession of the second quarter. Page split wide to the right. We got motion to the right. It's a quarterback keeper. Trying to fall around Longsworth. No hole there, and just couldn't get around the end.
Yeah, Bagley came up from the safety position there.
Bagley's having a heck of a game defensively.
Nice job of playing downhill.
Oh, no. Another penalty for Wapak. Too many. That's at least 4 right now. That holding penalty brings it back. Oh, my. About the only positive out of these penalties is that it runs a little time off the clock. That's going to put it all the way back to the 48-yard line. My goodness. Another 1st and 20. This is the 3rd 1st and 20 we've had in this game so far. Now, if Coach Moyer's got anything to say, he's got to talk to these young men and cut down on these penalties offensively. Trips out to the right, 2 to the left. Moyer looks left, sets up the screen to Page. Page again trying to get around Adams, who's got a block set for him, so he gets back a little bit of the penalty yardage, but
I think he missed that one there because I think Caleb had the guy hooked, and if he could have got to the outside instead of the inside he had the safety there. I think if he could have got to the sideline, he might have had a little more room there.
Yeah, sometimes he likes to do too much or do it on his own. We've seen that several times on those screenplays, where if he just has a little bit more patience and looks for where that block is going, and try to play off the block a little bit more instead of trying to use his athleticism to try to make a play. 2nd and 15. It was a gain of only 5. Mullen in motion. Fake handoff. Play action. Moyer steps up, looks, throws. It's Mullen, and Mullen bobbles it, recovers it over the 30, over the 20, and that could have been a face mask right there. He had a hand to the face right there by number 50.
Yeah, Caleb did a nice job extending the play there and checked it down. And Mullen was just sitting out here in the flat. And then Caleb Adams had a nice block for him down the field as well to get, enough yardage for that first down.
Well, it was another pancake block back here that saved Moyer some time to get the ball to Mullen and use that release valve, because you look downfield, he didn't have anybody open, so that was his check down. And let's keep an eye on him down there, make sure he's okay. Richardson split wide to the left. Page is out there with him. Wackoff in the H position. Longsworth in the backfield, I should say. And Longsworth's going to take that handoff. And, boy, he got stood up.
Man, Bagley's bringing it down tonight. He's bringing some big hits.
For the Redskins, brought down by Parker and Bagley.
He kind of broke through and started cutting back, and Bagley came with a big hit.
That was 3 yards the hard way right there.
From the 19-yard line. The 14-yard
Wapak on the move. 2nd and 7 now from the Shawnee 14. And they're doing what they need to do. Long, sustained drive, run the clock as well. Now they got to get some points, cap it off. Moyer takes his time, looks to the right. Richardson split wide left. Inside left is Page. Now Longsworth jumping to the other side. And a handoff again to Andre. Andre's got the first down, inside the 5, down to the 2. Nice hard run, Andre Longsworth.
Yeah, he kept those legs a-churning and did a nice job there. Turned that 4-yard run into a 14-yard run.
Yeah,
so nice
baby. Job. That was beautiful. Showing his strength, his leg strength. Wow.
Man, I was thinking maybe we could milk this down to about 2 minutes, but it looks like we might push one in here a little sooner than that.
Wow, Andre with 2 strong runs right there. He'll stay in the backfield with Moyer. Caleb takes the snap, trying to get around left end, and just gets bottled up. Nice pursuit and help down the line by the Indians.
Yeah, Spiker, outside linebacker there, did a nice job on the edge of blowing that up, and Caleb kind of, ran right into that block. And
just enough time to let those other white jerseys get on him. And probably a loss. Is that a loss? Loss of a down?
Spiker's making an impact. He didn't play linebacker in the first game.
Yeah. He's quick.
He's a tough
he shows his
player.
quickness. Yeah, he shows his quickness offensively, but that pays off on the defense now. 2nd and goal from the 2. We've got motion to the right. That's Wackoff, quarterback keeper, and we've got whistles. And
I'm not sure if I want my starting quarterback out there taking some hits like that, but,
We've got a timeout on the field by Shawnee, so we'll take a timeout with 3:41 remaining and Wapak threatening. You're watching Wapakoneta High School playoff football on TSC.
At Elevation Chiropractic, our mission is to elevate your health and lifestyle, providing you the best customer service possible and making everyone who comes through our door feel welcomed and valued. Dr. Mike Noggle and his team recognize each patient is unique and tailor care plans to meet their needs. By having multiple techniques and therapies, it allows us to get results patients need and desire. We invite you to join the family at Elevation Chiropractic and experience the benefits of consistent chiropractic care. We understand that healing takes time, and we're committed to supporting you every step of the way. Contact us today to schedule an appointment and begin your journey towards elevated health and well-being. Elevation Chiropractic in Wapakoneta. Call 419-738-4373 or visit us at elevationchiroohio.com.
G.A. Windsor & Son Company, family owned and the original recycler since 1848. We're proud to be headquartered in Wapakoneta, and our commitment to the community has never changed. We celebrate the hard work of our employees and provide our customers with the best service available in our industry, all while being environmentally conscious. We are proud of our city and proud of our workers. We are G.A. Windsor & Son. Visit us on the web at gawindsor.com.
Mike Feaster is a proud graduate of Wapakoneta High School and takes that same pride into his work as owner of Feaster Residential Inspectors. They provide detailed home and commercial inspections, and Mike works with you to know the condition before you purchase that home or business. Whether you're buying or selling a home or business, you can count on Mike and his team of professional inspectors to give you all the information you need to know. Call 419-371-8468 or visit us at feasterinspectors.com.
Welcome back to Wapak. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Mark Law. 2nd and goal for the Wapakoneta Redskins in what is basically their 3rd possession of the game. So these guys are really driving the clock between the two of them. Shawnee with only 2 possessions of the game. I'm looking at my stats here and I'm like, is that right? My goodness. Wapak really needs to get some points here.
Well, when we score here, do we go for 1 or do we go for 2? What's your call?
2.
Going for 2?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So, yeah. Yeah. No, 13. Yeah, you probably just get the 1 because you're still a touchdown and a field goal away.
2 scores, yep.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, just kick it. Hopefully they're giving some pep talk or positive words of encouragement to Mr. Niekamp. 2nd and goal. Page split wide to the right. That's Wyckoff trying to lead the way, and they're showing pass. They throw, and it's caught. Touchdown. Caden Page.
Nice job there. A little play action fake there. They've been running a lot, sweep quite a bit. And again, you got Caden Page out there. Nice big playmaker out there. Hard to guard in the flats.
Wow. Just do that little fade, and yeah, how are you gonna defend that? Unless you have a guy on the outside of him, and you can't afford to do that because Moyer's got the option of running. Who's kicking the extra point?
Looks like Drew's in there.
And that kick is up, and that kick is good.
Yeah, it looked like he finally kicked through that one. I mean, the first kick just didn't look like he was like kicking through it, and it was soft on it, but boy, he put that one through.
Well, he just took a timeout, so we'll keep it right here with 3:37 remaining in the half. Let's talk about these WBL honors once again for the Wapakoneta Redskins. Well-deserved. You want to go down that list once again?
Yeah, again, our whole offensive line basically was either first team, second team, or honorable mention.
Isn't that cool? I mean, that's really important to point out.
Our 2 offensive tackles were first team. Our center was second team. And then the 2 guards, Ben Hopkins and, Ethan Becker were honorable mentions. So, again, a testament to our offense this year and that offensive line who doesn't, get a lot of credit a lot of times. So, congrats to all those guys. And Jarrett Mullen was an offensive skill player, second team. First team, again, Caden Page. Did a nice job, offensive skill, along with Caleb Miller. So yeah, it's been amazing this year to see these guys play.
When we talk about the effects of having a good offensive line, it starts with discipline. It starts with the fact that you don't have any false starts. The only thing that we've been caught on are holding penalties, and many times I keep seeing what these guys are doing down there, and I'm like, they're dominating so much, these pancake blocks and stuff, and maybe they're just being misconstrued as holding. I don't know. We watch the tape all the time, replays of these games, and, that offensive line has had an outstanding year. And you couldn't ask for anything more if you're a quarterback or a running back than to have a good offensive line. Here's the ensuing kickoff. It's going to fall inside the 10, and he touched it. He should have never touched it. It was going to go out of bounds.
Yeah.
And what an errant play there by number 33, Israel Ross, the sophomore. Looks like he touched the ball, and if he touched the ball and it went out of bounds, but they're trying to determine whether or not he touched it at all. And the
I think they're saying he's touched it. It's going to be on the 7-yard line.
Oh, my. This is the difference. We talked about turnovers as possibly being a difference in the ball game, but also mental mistakes like this that can cost you field position. And in this case, with 3:36 remaining in the half, they've got a long road ahead of them right now as they'll start 1st and 10
So they have Hauser up there faking a blitz.
At the
bringing some pressure right away.
8-yard line, yep. And that's going to be a handoff. It's going to be Meeks. No, it's going to be, not even faked me out.
Yeah. Man, Darren Hauser over pursued right there. And when Spikers cut back, there was nobody in the middle of the field there.
Wow, J.J. Spiker with a nice fake to Meeks. And even the defensive line bought that one.
Yep.
I bought it.
Yep. So did our middle linebacker.
Gain of 9. It'll bring up 2nd and 1. They're going to have to pick it up a little bit tempo-wise with 3 minutes now remaining here in the first half if they want to put some points on the board. Wide left is Reese Davidson. That's his go-to guy, so keep an eye out for him at pistol formation in the backfield, and that's not going anywhere. And a flag from the Wapak backfield. That could be in the area of face mask or something. Yep, that's what it's going to be. Wapak with another penalty. And that's it. Face mask on the defense. So 1st and 10 for the Indians as they place the ball at about the 20, just short of the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, but they're going to have to pick the pace up here a little bit. They can't be running back and forth to get the plays from the sideline. They're going to have to do something to move the ball or move the game along.
It'd be a little bit of hurry-up offense.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
2 to the left, 2 to the right for Spiker. He'll take the snap, turn around, hands it off. That's Hobson, the ball carrier, and Hobson gets run out of bounds. Boy, Hauser. Oh, and a late flagger. They're going to – why?
Looked like Vaughn and another offensive line guy out of bounds. I'm not sure if he was continuing blocking him out of bounds or – but, man, Darren Hauser did a nice job playing downhill on that one.
Well, it's interesting because Braden Bowersock is pointing to the Shawnee offense saying that it was on them.
Yeah, I mean, it was clear out of bounds on the Shawnee side. Looked like number 55, the offensive line, was blocking Gage Vaughn out of bounds. And
unsportsmanlike conduct.
That's a huge play. And it looks like Shawnee might have a person down over there by the track over there.
So with an injury on the field, we'll take an injury timeout with 2:25 remaining in the half. It's Wapakoneta 13, Shawnee 3. We'll be back right after this.
At Ely Funeral Home and Crematory, we have years of experience caring for families from all walks of life. Each family comes to us because they know we are leaders in our profession, dedicated to excellence in service, and have the highest integrity. Our goal is to provide our client families with celebrations of their loved one's life and the time they share. We give every family in our community unique opportunities to learn, share, and remember. For more information, visit us at ElyFuneralHomeAndCrematory.com.
Founded in 1914, Minster Bank has never lost its focus that separates us from every other bank, and that is helping people achieve financial success. At Minster Bank, we take pride in knowing our customers personally. You can expect a relationship with someone who understands your unique needs and can provide the solutions to help. We're Minster Bank, helping you achieve financial success. Minster Bank, minsterbank.com, member FDIC.
Pushita Creek Steaks, naturally delicious, antibiotic, and hormone-free. From fresh, grass and grain-fed, free-to-roam cattle. Pushita Creek is a family-owned and operated 210-acre free-range ranch right here in Ohio. And we take the time to custom-fit your order to exactly what you want for steaks, roasts, hamburger, pet treats, gifts, freezer boxes, and much more. Check us out on the web at PushitaCreekSteaks.com. That's PushitaCreekSteaks.com.
Your outdoor fun starts here at Dad's Toy Shop. See us today for all of your favorite remote control land, air, and watercraft, and so much more. Dad's Toy Shop in downtown Wapakoneta is your one-stop shop for all of your hobby needs.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. Big D and Wilson alongside Mark Law. And it's week number 1 for Wapak in the playoffs. Actually, week number 2 for the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Last week, the Shawnee Indians played at home and beat Parma Heights Holy Name 19-10. Holy Name was our old parish growing up, the Wilson family on Harvard Avenue in Cleveland, and my older brother Dick and A couple other siblings graduated from there before they moved to Parma Heights, and we moved to Columbia Station. And I ended up going to St. Ed's, and what a great experience it was with cousins and family and friends that went to Holy Name. They had a really nice tradition as far as football is concerned. They played in the old West Senate against some of our old rivalries from St. Ed's, like St. Ignatius and Padua and Cathedral Latin and all that. But great football back in the day. It's nice to see that program coming back. But unfortunately, they fell to Shawnee last week. Would have liked to have seen them. The Green Wave here in Wapakoneta. But we're taking on Shawnee, and that's what it's all about. 2nd and 28 after the penalty. Spiker throws the screen out to the right, and that one's not going anywhere.
Yeah, nice pursuit by the defense there. Gage Vaughn, the outside linebacker, and defensive end Tate Niekamp, both hustling out there to make a nice play. I don't think there's any gain on the play.
Bullock, the senior, on the receiving end. And we've got another timeout on the field.
Yeah, Shawnee called timeout.
Well, all right. For 3rd down and, basically the
25, 27.
Yeah, we'll keep it right here. Take the moment to thank our sponsors, as always, Merritt Real Estate, Ryan Place. What a terrific guy, big supporter of the Wapakoneta Redskins. Minster Bank, as always, Alan and Diane Davis, Alan Davis Insurance Agency. Elevation Chiropractic, 2 of my favorite football players, Mike Noggle and Royce Cantner. Ted Miller and the crew at Miller's Corral. Also want to give a big shout out to Dad's Toy Shop, JP Metz. You know, Christmas is right around the corner, and they want to shove that down your throat commercial-wise before even Thanksgiving. I mean, once we get out of Halloween, they're talking Christmas already. But if you're thinking Christmas, boy, a nice RC car, truck, plane, if you're looking at model trains or anything for that loved one of yours, Dad's Toy Shop is the place to be. Stop in and see our friends at Dad's Toy Shop, JP Metz, and tell them Big Dan sent you. All right, 2:18 on the clock here in the first half. And, boy, big delays in the last 5-10 minutes. And here comes another one. And that's probably going to be a false start on Shawnee. Well, pretty much close to that illegal formation.
Man, Wapak might be thinking about some timeouts here now then, too.
You know what? That's a good call because we could get the ball back.
If we get a stop right here, or if they throw the ball into an incomplete pass, that and that stops the clock, man, they're just setting Wapak up here for another chance to score before half.
Wow, that's a really good point, Mark. Wow. Because now the ball is inside the 10-yard line.
And even if we do keep them short, I think they're going to punt, obviously. So, again, Wapak, I would be surprised if they did not take a timeout.
Wow. Wow, 3rd and 27. That's what woke up the Wapak faithful. 2 wide receivers out to the left.
You're going to bring any linebackers
slot
here
to the right, one to the right. Yep. Nope, they're going to run the ball. Look at this. So I would call timeout. Wapak should call timeout. Let's see what they do.
Again, our linebackers did a nice job there. Channing Miller and Jarrett Mullen both did a nice job. Yep, there's a timeout right there.
Oh, that was a good call, Mark.
Yep.
That was a really good call. So now on 4th down, they're going to have to bring out the punting unit, and Wapak can get the ball back in pretty darn good field position. And 2 minutes on the scoreboard, maybe a timeout or two.
And I wouldn't say maybe a full out a rush, but I would definitely try to put some pressure on him. He's going to be standing in his end zone. So
did Shawnee call that timeout?
No, Wapak did.
Well, they're showing no timeouts on the scoreboard for 2 timeouts for the Indians. Yeah, that was us. Yeah, we got no timeouts. So I was looking at the other side.
And you were talking about playoffs, so obviously Lexington, who's the 3rd seed, plays Toledo Central Catholic. We'll play the winner of that game again home next week. So again, us being that top 4 seeds, it's nice having 2 home games like that, plus the bye.
Yeah, I think rewarding the teams that play the best for the season is finally reached the ears of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Having that bye and being able to play that first week at home and possibly 2 weeks at home if you win is a huge advantage. No question about it. All right, talk about an advantage. Wapak can get an advantage here with a short punt. Let's see what happens on 4th and 23. 2:11 remaining in the game. There's the snap. There's the kick, and not a very good one.
Fair catch.
Fair catch is called for, and he gets interfered with.
Yes.
Wow.
Nice job by Caden Page calling for a fair catch there. And number 8 for the Indians just basically ran into him.
So in this last possession for Shawnee, not one but 2 major errors could lead to additional points for the Wapakoneta Redskins before the end of this half.
Yeah, this could be a
The first one was that errant touch as that ball was going out of bounds on the receiving end, and then there on the punt, and now the officials are talking about it. Are they discussing whether or not he called for a fair catch?
Yeah.
Yep. Nope. It's exactly what we thought.
All right, so we...
Wow. Interfering with the fair catch. Now puts the ball, wow. Wow, what was that, a net gain of, well, that makes that punt with the penalty. Where that's the 25, so what are we looking at, 17-yard net gain or something like that, or net punt?
We got 2 minutes here. We should be able to get one here in the end zone and be nice before half.
Wapak at the Shawnee 24-yard line. Are you kidding me? Wow, that's huge. That is huge. No timeouts left. 2:05 remaining. 2 wide receivers out to the right. That's Caden Page wide left. Moyer looks left, has time, throws. He wants Page into the corner and overthrows him. So they went for the jugular right off the bat there. No first down in mind. They're going for the TD.
Yeah, and, why not when you got Caden Page out there who can go up and, rebound that ball. But, again, Caleb kind of let him on the outside shoulder there just a little bit too much. Just didn't give him a chance to go up for a catch.
Stops the clock with exactly 2 minutes remaining in the half. Boy, things were moving right along before this last Shawnee possession. With an injury on the sideline and a couple of timeouts, but maybe that refreshed the offense.
They're in that 2 deep zone. It's, right in the middle of the field. Look,
Moyer
there
looks
it is.
across the middle, throws, has a man open, caught! What a great call! What a great call, Mark Law!
I saw that 2 deep zone, and I'm like, man, throw it to the middle of the field. It's like...
You betcha. 24-yard TD pass from Moyer to Page, their second of the night.
Give a shout out there to our offensive coordinator, Austin Siefker, who basically takes care of the calling of the pass plays, and nice call on that play there.
Wow, Wapak makes them pay for their mistakes big time. Elliott gets the ball down. Niekamp gets the ball up and gets it through.
Yeah, I'll tell you, those last 2 kicks have been really good. I mean, the first kick he had tonight just didn't look like he was putting his leg into it. Those last 2, boy, he really put his leg into it.
And that extends the Wapakoneta lead to 20-3. And since we only have $1.54 remaining in the half, we'll keep it right here. I don't think this is the way Coach Wireman for Shawnee expected this game to go.
I think their defense was going to hopefully keep it in there close and, get to the fourth quarter and just, have the game close and, a chance to win at the end. And, that's what I was looking at. Yes, they had the second best defense in the league, but as you look as far as scoring defense goes, Wapak, only averaged like 13 points a game and Shawnee was around 20. So I thought that difference was going to be a touchdown or 2 tonight. I did.
Yeah, that's what you're looking at right now. More than 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
It's interesting to see, how things play out after there's a mistake by either an offensive player or a defensive player, and whether or not you end up paying the price for that mistake. And that was exactly what happened on that last series.
Yeah, and it wasn't just one. It seemed like 2 or 3 mistakes that they had, a couple penalties. And
that's right. I mean, it's a short punt to begin with, but to, run into run into Page, who's trying to fair catch the ball. Oof. Just talk about coaches giving a talking to their players. I'm sure Coach Wireman is going to have something to say when they get back in the locker room for Shawnee.
And we still have a minute 54 to go yet.
Niekamp gets it down to the 5-yard line. Here's the return. Up over the 20-yard line where he's met and then driven back another 5 yards.
Yeah, Ethan Becker and Shawnee Miller just kept driving him back. Nice job on the coverage team there.
Bagley on the return there, and Bagley, who's been playing well defensively, got a punishing blow there as he got up near the 20-yard line, and they just drilled him. Well, like you said, there's still 2 minutes on the clock, and they have 2 timeouts remaining. Shawnee does. Yeah, I messed up the timeouts in the last 2 possessions. I was looking at the scoreboard wrong, but still, $1:49 remaining, 2 timeouts for Shawnee. They're going to want to answer quickly, so I'm sure Spiker's going to want to put the ball up. Trips out to the right. They're showing 2 to the left. They can't mess around with any of these quarterback keepers, that's for sure. Shawnee at the 21-yard line. 3-step drop. He has time. Steps up in the pocket. Looking. Now he's got to run the ball. And he's got some running room. And he's got a blocker in front of him. Up over the 40. 45. Working his way to midfield before he's taken down.
Yeah, when he started scrambling there, we got out-leveraged a lot. You always got to keep the outside leverage on our defensive end, and Braylon Walter just got a little too far inside, and once he broke contain, he was able to, gain 30 yards here.
Yeah, 29-yard run there. Well, yeah. That puts the ball at the 49, 28-yard run. Trips out to the left now. The clock is running, $1:22. They still have 2 timeouts remaining. And it's a quarterback keeper all the way. Had success there. They're going to keep it up. Spiker into Wapak territory at about the 42. So now they'll call a timeout. All right. So Wapak's going to have to suck it up defensively here to try to keep them off the scoreboard. And I don't see them in any way, shape, or form trying to put a field goal up if they get even close enough. Although their kicker made Jamay, let me get that right, had that 37-yard field goal earlier today. I don't think they want to mess with the field goal at all. They need a touchdown.
I think right now we got to make sure we can contain the quarterback, keep him in the box. Don't let him get outside of our containment.
Absolutely. I want to thank our sponsors at Ely Funeral Home, Dick and Deb Ely. You want to talk about a golfing family. Boy, they've had a lot of success. Those boys were great. Dick's always been a great golfer and big supporters of the Wapakoneta community, so thanks again for your sponsorship. Gail Miller and the crew at Miller Brothers Tire. He texted me the other day and said, "What do you think about that Channing kid?" I said, "Are you kidding me?" Boy, oh boy. I just can't wait to see him again next year.
Yep.
And he's another wrestler, right?
Yes, he is.
Obviously.
Yes, he is.
I think it's kind of mandatory in the Miller house. Learn how to rotate tires and wrestle. That's mandatory. All right, $1:10 remaining in the half. Second and about a yard to go from the 42 of Wapak. Spiker takes the snap, and there's another flag on the play. And it's another flag on Wapak.
Man.
Discipline, man. We can't have this in the playoffs. Can't have it.
And, I mean, like you said earlier in the game, or before the game, we were probably one of the least penalized teams in the league this year.
Yep.
But, having a week off sometimes,
Yeah. Too much time eating Cheetos and Pepsi. That's enough for the first down. 1st and 10. With that penalty, puts the ball down to the Wapakoneta 37-yard line. It's time to get to the quarterback, boys. Trips out to the right. 1 to the left. Spiker takes the snap, looks, throws to the right on that slant pattern. Nice catch, breaking tackles. And that's down to about the 25-yard line. That's Davidson, his go-to guy.
Yeah, Wapak was bringing forward with the pressure, but again, Spiker was able to get that out and
Davidson
really quick.
Was wide open. Davidson was wide open on that play. That's another first down. 1st and 10 from the Wapakoneta 25. Spiker rolls right, looks right, throws, caught again. It's Davidson inside the 15 as they stop the clock for another first down. 44 seconds remaining in the game. don't want to give these guys anything to cheer about when they go back to the locker room. That's for sure. We got to keep them out of the end zone. Shawnee has 1 timeout remaining. 3 wide receivers out to the left. Spiker takes the snap, rolls left, has time, looking, feeling the pressure, and just throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, that's a tough pass for a right-handed quarterback to roll left and to get your shoulders square.
Nice pursuit down the line for the Redskins, reminding you that this drive started back on the 21 of Shawnee with 2:11 remaining, or somewhere thereabouts in the half. So they're down to 26 seconds remaining. 1 timeout left. 2nd down and 10 from the 12. So they get a first down inside the 5-yard line, but the clock is more their
I think you'll see
enemy.
I think you'll see our defensive backs tighten up a little bit here.
Trips out to the right. Spiker takes the snap, looking left, has time. Now he steps up.
Get him, Braylon.
Pressure.
Get him, Braylon.
Get him, Braylon. And there's flags in the backfield, and it could be holding on Shawnee.
Boy, there for a second I thought he was going to be able to, reach up and swipe the ball out, but did a nice job from the backside there, running him down.
Yeah, I want Braylon Walter to.
So it looked like another flag came from the sideline there. So that might be their sideline warning on the coach.
Well, let's see what's going on.
I think we might have a holding call, and I could have swore it looked like he threw another flag over there.
Boy, they are dragging out this first half, man. We're already an hour into this game. This is a long first half. Probably the longest of the year. Especially when you play running teams like St. Mary's or Kenton. I mean, we had
Yeah, there's the holding call.
We had like a 30-minute first half.
What's the second
St.
flag?
Mary's, I think. Okay, yeah, exactly. Okay, get to it. Yeah, you were right. Sideline warning. So either way, it's going to put the ball back to the 22. It rolls time off the clock. 19 seconds left. And still 1 timeout remaining for Shawnee as Spiker comes in with the play.
All right, defensively, we just got to keep everything in front of us right here.
2nd and 20. They can get a first down still, but like I said, the clock is their defense, if you will. 3 wide receivers left. 1 to the right. Let's go, boys. Why are we explaining to the coach on the sideline what's going on? Why are we doing that? What's that all about? Is that really necessary? Let's just play. Come on. For crying out loud. Spiker takes the snap.
Containing.
Wapak was only rushing 3, and what a nice pass to Bullock.
Boy, we gave him a lot of space out there. Braden Bowersock.
Wow, and that's close to a first down.
Yes, it is.
There's only 9 seconds remaining. And no, it's not 1st and goal. It's going to be short of the first down. They're going to mark the ball at the 3-yard line. And they still have a timeout. I'm surprised they don't take a timeout here because they can only run 1, maybe 2. Well, if it's a quick play, they throw the ball and it misses, they can run another play. But this is a quarterback keeper all the way for Spiker. This is what they run.
Either that or hitting off to Meeks. Yeah.
Isaac Meeks is back there with him. That's right. We haven't seen much of him tonight. Hobson's had more carries than Meeks. And Spiker, yep, it's a quarterback keeper. He's going to run to the right side. He's got enough for the first down. Falls into the end zone. Touchdown. No, they're going to say he's short. Are they going to say he's short or is he in?
The top guy up at the top is giving a touchdown.
Yeah. Wow, nice sustained drive by Shawnee. They won't go away even with the mistakes as they drive the ball down the field with less than 2.5 minutes, 2:20, 2:11, whatever was on the clock. And a 3-yard Spiker touchdown. And the extra point is up, and it is good. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, Shawnee cuts the Wapak lead in half. It's now 20-10.
Yeah, that 3rd down pass was huge.
Oh, yeah, finding Bullock.
Yeah.
You know, Davison and Bullock have been his go-to guys, and they're both seniors, and they both know how to get open. But it looked like he threw it to the back shoulder, too, of Bullock as he was able to turn around. But in previous passes on this drive, too, between him and Davidson, both of those guys appeared to be long enough to let Spiker get the ball to him.
Yes,
that ball was in the air for a long time. Even though it was a short pass, relatively yard-wise, it was in the air for a long period of time.
Huge momentum boost for the Indians. I mean, plus they get the ball coming out at halftime, so it's a score before half. And,
yeah, that's
and get
right.
the ball coming out. So, yeah, good momentum for them.
That's why they call it the playoffs. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
I don't think
imagine they're going to continue to just squib one here.
I don't think Coach Moyer wants to let these guys back into the game, so he's got to talk to this number one defense, this WBL defense, and get him inspired, come out and shut them down in a 3-and-out when they start the second half. And like you said, a squib kick will probably run the 3 seconds off for sure. And that's what we see as a little pooch kick taken by Richardson. Richardson still on his feet looking for some running room, and he's going to go down, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half from Wapakoneta. And what a crazy second quarter that was to bring us to this point. The Wapakoneta Redskins 20, the Shawnee Indians 10. We'll be back with second half action right after this. You're watching Wapakoneta High School playoff football here on TSC.
Did you know TSC has an app called Gigahood IQ that lets you set your network's performance and security for every device, every app, every room, and every family member in your entire home? That's a powerful tool right at your fingertips, and it's free. So if you are interested in the best Wi-Fi, a separate guest network, parental controls to protect your family, 24/7 managed Wi-Fi support, and whole home threat protection with Protect IQ, stop and download the Gigahood IQ app right now. If not, take your chances. An ultimate fiber experience. Get it free with the Gigahood IQ app from TSC.
At Elevation Chiropractic, our mission is to elevate your health and lifestyle, providing you the best customer service possible and making everyone who comes through our door feel welcomed and valued. Dr. Mike Noggle and his team recognize each patient is unique and tailor care plans to meet their needs. By having multiple techniques and therapies, it allows us to get results patients need and desire. We invite you to join the family at Elevation Chiropractic and experience the benefits of consistent chiropractic care. We understand that healing takes time, and we're committed to supporting you every step of the way. Contact us today to schedule an appointment and begin your journey towards elevated health and well-being. Elevation Chiropractic in Wapakoneta. Call 419-738-4373 or visit us at elevationchiroohio.com.
G.A. Windsor & Son Company, family owned and the original recycler since 1848. We're proud to be headquartered in Wapakoneta, and our commitment to the community has never changed. We celebrate the hard work of our employees and provide our customers with the best service available in our industry, all while being environmentally conscious. We are proud of our city and proud of our workers. We are G.A. Windsor & Son. Visit us on the web at gawindsor.com.
Mike Feaster is a proud graduate of Wapakoneta High School and takes that same pride into his work as owner of Feaster Residential Inspectors. They provide detailed home and commercial inspections, and Mike works with you to know the condition before you purchase that home or business. Whether you're buying or selling a home or business, you can count on Mike and his team of professional inspectors to give you all the information you need to know. Call 419-371-8468 or visit us at feasterinspectors.com. At Ely Funeral Home and Crematory, we have years of experience caring for families from all walks of life. Each family comes to us because they know we are leaders in our profession, dedicated to excellence in service, and have the highest integrity. Our goal is to provide our client families with celebrations of their loved one's life and the time they share. We give every family in our community unique opportunities to learn, share, and remember. For more information, visit us at EelyFuneralHomeandCrematory.com.
Founded in 1914, Minster Bank has never lost its focus that separates us from every other bank, and that is helping people achieve financial success. At Minster Bank, we take pride in knowing our customers personally. You can expect a relationship with someone who understands your unique needs and can provide the solutions to help. We're Minster Bank, helping you achieve financial success. Minster Bank, minsterbank.com, member FDIC.
Pushita Creek Steaks, naturally delicious, antibiotic, and hormone-free. From fresh, grass and grain-fed, free-to-roam cattle. Pushita Creek is a family-owned and operated 210-acre free-range ranch right here in Ohio. And we take the time to custom-fit your order to exactly what you want for steaks, roasts, hamburger, pet treats, gifts, freezer boxes, and much more. Check us out on the web at PushitaCreekSteaks.com. That's PushitaCreekSteaks.com.
Your outdoor fun starts here at Dad's Toy Shop. See us today for all of your favorite remote control land, air, and watercraft, and so much more. Dad's Toy Shop in downtown Wapakoneta is your one-stop shop for all of your hobby needs. Friday Night Football, everyone's favorite time of the season. The energy, the band, it all ties together perfectly. You deserve the same from your real estate transaction. Located in downtown Wapak and operating all throughout Northwest Ohio since 2012, Merritt Real Estate is here to provide you with exceptional service and commitment to ensure you get the most out of your real estate experience. From Friday night lights to Friday morning coffees on the porch, Merritt is with you because in Wapak, community comes first. Get more with Merritt, your home team in real estate.
It's Friday Night Football on TSC.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Mark Law. And it's playoff week number 1 for Wapak, playoff week number 2 for the Ohio High School Athletic Association, and for the Shawnee Indians, who last week were winners at home against Holy Name 19-10. And find themselves behind here in Wapakoneta, 20-10. And what a crazy first half that was. Not a lot of possessions, but a long first half.
Yeah, when we scored, after their, couple penalties and a bad, kickoff return, I was thinking, big momentum to us going into the halftime. And then, Shawnee takes that last drive all the way down and, gets it back within 10 and then, getting the ball back coming out of the half. And so, again, kind of a big momentum shift right there.
In a short period of time, too. They did a great job because just when you think, like you said, the edge was with you because of all the mistakes that they were making, especially on that drive where Wapak scored on that 24-yard touchdown pass from Moore to Page, which they did twice in the first half. Yeah, like you said, they started back on their 21, but that was a nice 79-yard drive, and they did a great job. And kudos to them. And, like you said as well, they get the ball back to start the second half. Niekamp to kick.
Yeah, back is Bagley for Shawnee.
And that's going to be taken and then dropped inside the 15. And still finds a seam. He's up to the 40. He's still on his feet near midfield. And what could have been a rough start to that kick return, number 2, Dalton Hobson, brings it back to midfield. Yeah, what a nice return.
Sometimes when he drops the ball like that, you see like the defense kind of just maybe pause just a little bit. And, boy, he found a seam there. Next thing you know, I thought, man, he was one tackle away from going to the house.
Wow. So we'll call that what? At the 15? 35-yard return. 2 wide receivers. We've got motion to the right. That's Davidson, his go-to guy. Look for him, but no, it's going to be a run to Meeks. Meeks over right tackle, taking the pile, the scrum with him. Wow, what a bulldog.
Yeah, they just kept that pile just a moving and moving and moving and moving.
So in 2 plays, the Shawnee faithful have been electrified by the Indian football team to start this second half, if not to end the first half with that touchdown by Spiker, that 3-yard run by Spiker. Just underway, second now and 2. We'll call it a gain of 8 before they stopped his forward progress. Spiker looking for a hole. He's got the first down as he hit the 40-yard line and He got hit pretty hard.
Yeah, and, it seems like they kind of went away from that run early in the game, and, we talked about earlier, again, Spiker and Meeks, staying with that run game a little bit.
Where's this defense? We haven't, saw Hauser on that particular play, but we haven't called his name much tonight defensively. And all those defensive skilled players, Mullen, Page, Hauser, Richardson, we need these guys to step up, man.
Yeah, right now our front four's got to, Wyatt Buell and Ludwig's got to make a play here.
1st and 10 for Shawnee from the Wapak 39, just like that. They're on the move. Motion to the right. That's Hobson. And it's going to be a handoff to Hobson. And what did I say?
Yep.
There you go.
Tate Niekamp did a nice job of just, shooting down the line of scrimmage there, making a nice play from the backside.
You would never think that Niekamp is a sophomore with that speed. He looks like Walter. I actually thought that was Braylon Walter in on the play.
And what hurts him sometimes, though, is so aggressive down like that, is the play's coming back his way, then, keep him contained. So,
yep.
Just got to stay at home when play comes to him.
Loss of 6. 2nd and 16 from the 45 of Wapak. Trips out to the right for Spiker. Spiker has time, looks, throws, has a man open. What a nice catch. Breaking tackles is Davidson. Davidson down the right sideline. Touchdown.
Yeah, he made a nice cut back there. Made 2 of our defensive backs miss tackles. And again, down the sideline he went.
A 45-yard touchdown pass to Davidson. Wow. Wow.
And, we talked about that momentum, at the end of the second half, scoring and being able to come out and put a score right here on the first drive of the second half.
So with 9:34 remaining, in less than 5 minutes, they were able to put 2 scores on the board, trying to connect on the extra point. That's J-Mill, and that's no good.
Yeah, Braylon Edwards did a nice job there. He got through a gap and was able to block that PAT.
That's a big stop right there. We're going to keep it right here instead of taking a timeout because they got down the field so fast there. Boy, I got to tell you, that was quick, man. A nice return by Hobson, and then that quick 45-yard touchdown pass to Davidson, and just like that, they cut the lead to 16-20, down by 4. Still a touchdown away, so they can't kick the ball. So Wapak has to keep that in mind. They have to score touchdowns to beat this team tonight.
Now it'll be big to see how our offense reacts here now coming out after them scoring.
I'd like to thank our sponsors once again. Miller Brothers Tire, Pashita Creek Steaks, Dye Real Estate and Land Company, All Glaze Audiology, Jimmy Sager State Farm, G.A. Windsor & Son, Home Savings Bank, and Miller's Corral. Well, if we learned one thing in the last 2 possessions, Shawnee could score quickly if they wanted to. Doesn't take them much time. I mean, less than 2:20 to end the first half.
And it came off of a nice
here.
defensive play before that. Tate Niekamp had that tackle for loss, and then, just making a big play, and it made a couple guys miss on the outside edge. And
why wouldn't you just have Page and Mullen kind of step up here? They're going to kick it to Richardson again, probably in a squib kick. Give those guys a chance to run up if it's going to be a squib kick and have them take it or pitch it back to them or do something. There it is. And this time Page is going to try to get to it. He fumbles the ball a little bit. Let's see if he can get the same result that Hobson got. He's up over the 25 and then rustled out of bounds. Boy, he probably ran 50 yards to get 5 on that return.
Yeah, they did a nice job making him run east and west there instead of north and south.
Isn't that what it's all about sometimes? You know, you just got to stretch the field a little bit. And the sideline is your friend on defense. That's for sure, and they proved it there. Like you said, speed kills, and they ran that all the way to the sideline and kept Page from running upfield.
See if the offense can answer here.
So Wapak 1st and 10 from their 27-yard line, their first possession of the second half. We've got Andre Longsworth in the H position to the right. Now he's going to shift to the left along with Braylon Walter. That's Mullen And he was showing screen out to the left as he was backpedaling. I thought maybe they were going to pass it to him. But Moyer decided to keep it. Got about 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, Barker did a nice job coming up with the play there. Again, they're just trying to spread everybody out, spread the field, and then use Caleb as a running back there.
Walpock's going to have to answer here. Take the momentum back. Call it a gain of 4, 2nd and 6 from the 31. They break the huddle with Page split wide to the left. And that's Ryan Richardson to the right with trips out to the right. Hand off Mullen. Mullen trying to look for a hole, trying to follow some blockers. Great pursuit by Shawnee. And this team is inspired coming out of the locker room.
Yeah, the defense is showing up right now. Man, good pursuit to the football. And again, getting hats there.
Wow. This is going to be a tough row to hoe for the Wapak offense with this momentum switch. You can see it now defensively for the Indians as it brings up 3rd and 7, a loss of 1 on the play. The nose of the ball sitting at the 30-yard line. 8:19 remaining here. The clock's continuing to run with 2 wide receivers out to the left. Trips out to the right. Moyer takes the snap. They're blitzing from the outside, but he has time. Throws across the middle. Caught by Caden Page. His knee went down, but he's got enough for the first down.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job. They're sitting back in that 2-deep zone there. In the middle of the field, it's kind of an open spot there, and Caleb did a nice job of finding Caden Page right in the middle of the field.
And that puts the ball up near the 43-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Redskins.
If they're going to stay in that 2-deep zone, they need that middle linebacker to drop a little bit deeper.
Yep. Get in between the receiver and the quarterback.
Yep.
Look for that INT. 2 wide receivers to the right. That's Richardson wide right. Page at the top of your screen. That's Mullen in motion. And that's a quarterback keeper all the way. And Moyer trying to run sideways as he got up over the 45 near the 50-yard line.
Yeah, Rudisill put a nice hit on him right there at the end of the run.
Hey, I'm telling you, man, Shawnee, this whole game, they've been hitting hard.
Yeah, when their offense is putting, scores on the board, defense gets a little motivated and makes a difference.
Puts the nose of the ball at midfield, 2nd and 3 from the 50. Now under 7 minutes remaining. That's Richardson wide left. Andre in the slot. Hand off Mullen. Mullen trying to find that slot, if you will, behind Andre Lonsworth. Set a nice hole there, and that's all Mullen needed to get the first down into Shawnee territory.
Yeah, sometimes it's a chess game. Shawnee had a blitz, but it was on the backside, and he blitzed away from the run, and we were fortunate enough to, find that open spot away from the blitz.
1st and 10 from the Shawnee 40-yard line. Wapak on the move. Nice sustained drive. Let's get a touchdown on the board. That's what they need. Make it a 2-score game. Richardson split wide to the right as Moyer looks to the sideline. That's Longsworth in a slot to the left. Mullen's going to follow that same pattern, and if it works once, they're going to do it again. Short of the first down, but a gain of about 8.
Yeah, Wapak's doing a good job here, just running the football, eating this clock up. Put a nice drive together here.
Yeah, that's what I like to see.
Yeah, that's a good run on first down.
It's got to finish. Got to get in the end zone. I want to thank our friends at G.A. Windsor & Son, Minster Bank, Allen Davis Insurance Agency, and Ryan Place and the crew over at Merritt Real Estate. Thanks for your sponsorship again this year. 2nd and 2 from the Shawnee Indian 32-yard line. Tight trips out to the left, 2 to the right. That's Mullen wide right. And there's whistles again. Another flag on Wapak. Do we have a false start?
Defensive guys lining off sides. Out there on a receiver. How does that happen?
They wanted to do a bump and run. Well, what they're looking for over there is they're looking at the screen. They're looking at that tight trips out to the left, and they're thinking there's going to be a screen, and they're trying to jump it. Trying to do what Bishop did in the last game of the regular season against Bath. Trying to jump the route there, and so consequently.
Right now, I think we just need to stick with the run a little bit here.
Yeah, I like that. I like that idea.
Grind that clock out a little bit.
Yep.
We've been
1st and 10 First and 10 from the 27. Richardson wide right, toss, sweep to Mullen. Mullen's got some running room. Nice block by Bishop over the 20. And Noah Bishop did a great job of sealing the inside so he can run to the outside of him.
Yeah, I think they need to just wear this defense down a little bit right here.
That's a Wapak first down. Wapakoneta first down. That's inside the 20. Let's call it the 12-yard line.
Yeah,
right?
we talked about this offensive line. So
17,
being all league. So this would be a good opportunity for them to start wearing this defense down a little bit.
Richardson split wide left. Page is out to the left with him as well. Mullen in motion, quarterback keeper. There goes Moyer looking for some running room across the 15-yard line down to the 10.
Wow, did you see the collision there of Andre? Andre, the lead blocker up on that linebacker, man, had a nice hit. Opened up a nice hole there for Caleb.
Boy, we really have missed him. That's a gain of about 7 on the play. Yeah, he's had an impact both offensively and defensively tonight for sure. There's no doubt about that.
Being a senior, I'm glad to see him back out there on the field.
And a couple times that Andre, when we scored that touchdown pass, Moyer to Page, Andre was the one that had 2 great runs for Wapak to get it inside the 5-yard line. There's Mullen. Mullen bounces off a few people, stiffs arms another down to the 2-yard line, and it'll be first and goal, Redskins.
Now, this is a great drive right here to answer the call. Just taking that, drive all the way down the field and just running it down their throat right now.
Wapak proving that offensive line got that recognition for a reason here in the regular season when they put out the WBL first and second team honors. They have been moving the pile on this drive as the clock continues to run. We're down to 3:25, 24. First and goal from the 2. Andre's back there leading the way for Moyer, but nice pursuit down the line by Shawnee.
Yeah, nice job up front there. They normally bring Caleb Wackoff in, and they also use Andre as a lead blocker. So
Cam Baker was down there and Reese Davidson.
Defensively, they did a nice job.
Yep, they really did. They shut that down quick. And they are certainly taking their time with 23 seconds now on the play clock. And the game clock, 2:49. Second and goal from the 3, a loss of 1. Andre's back there with Moyer.
Caleb Wackoff will come in motion here. They're going to run the same play to the right side here. Yep. Play
they're
action.
looking to pass, tucks it, gonna run, and he gets it in. He squeezes it in.
Yeah, I think that's the same play they scored on earlier in the game with Caden Page right there in the flats.
And quarterback option.
Yeah, yep. So they did a nice job in the coverage on Caden that time, and then gave Caleb the opportunity to run in. Then
a 3-yard TD run by Caleb Moyer caps off a 73-yard scoring drive. That's what they needed. Up by 10, trying to make it 11 as Niekamp. Wow. That's the way you answer. Place, the kick is up.
That was our first drive coming out of halftime.
The kick is good. So with 2:30 remaining in the quarter, we'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this. Wapak answers 27-16. We'll be back. You're watching Wapakoneta High School playoff action on TSC.
Personal service. That's Home Savings Bank. Locally owned and operated, Home Savings Bank takes pride in being part of the Wapakoneta community since 1941. Home Savings Bank continues to offer more services like online bill pay, ID Theft Smart, a mobile banking app, home mortgage and equity loans, construction loans, lines of credit, savings accounts, IRAs, and more. All with friendliness, integrity, and the personal service you deserve. Home Savings Bank in downtown Wapakoneta. Let me tell you about my friends at Miller's Corral, a family-owned discount appliance and furniture store right here in Wapakoneta. Miller's Corral has served customers in Wapakoneta and the surrounding area since 1981. And I can tell you firsthand, they beat the big box stores. Low prices on quality products and top-notch customer service. They're all about service, delivery, installation, and repair. Miller's Corral is an authorized dealer of such brands as Amana, Flex Steel, KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, and more.
Take my word for it. They are the best. For complete sales and service, visit my friends at Miller's Corral in the Grandview Plaza, Wapakoneta.
Are you having trouble making decision about where to go for your hearing care? Well, let us help you cut through the noise. Hear what our patients have to say about us here at Auglai's and Sydney Audiology.
This place is absolutely amazing. Right when you walk in, it feels so homey, not like other doctors' offices.
Everyone at the office was so friendly and helpful. My audiologist did great at explaining the results and possible solutions.
Don't trust your hearing care to just anyone. See the professionals at Auglai's and Sydney Audiology.
Your outdoor fun starts here at Dad's Toy Shop. See us today for all of your favorite remote control land, air, and watercraft, and so much more. Dad's Toy Shop in downtown Wapakoneta is your one-stop shop for all of your hobby needs.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. Big D. Ed Wilson alongside of Mark Law. Nice answer for the Wapakoneta Redskins, Mark.
Yeah, and a nice drive. What was nice is you saw a lot of runs on first down, nice gains on first down, makes the second down play call a lot easier for the offense coordinator there. So nice job offensively.
73 yards, yeah.
New kicker now, Gillespie out there.
Well, we saw him warming up to start the second half when they came out of the locker room, so I'm not surprised to see him out there kicking. Who's back to receive again?
Number 2, Hobson, I believe. No, excuse me. Yeah, Dalton Hobson.
At the 20, 25, reverses his field. That's Hobson. And Hobson stiff arm and breaking tackles. Another nice return by Hobson, who put it at the 50-yard line to start this second half. Now they're going to be at the 40-yard line. So good field position for Shawnee. All right, we need a 3 and out for this defense. We need a 3 and out, Mark.
Yeah, defensively, we got to step up and make a couple of big plays here. Get our offense back out on the field. Got to make sure we're doing a good job of tackling. Last series, we had a couple of missed tackles.
I think it's turnover time. Bagley split wide to the left. He's going to be joined out there by Hobson. This time, Colton Hobson. And Colton goes in motion to the right. Play action. Spiker can't find a hole. Kicks it back to the left and now gets tackled after a gain of about 3.
Again, nice job both ends there containing, because he originally wanted to go to the right side. Tate Niekamp was on that side, and he tried to cut it back, and Braylon Walters was there, so there was really nowhere for him to go.
Yeah, it was a good idea for Spiker. When you don't see the hole, you gotta look for something else, and now he's rocking a little gingerly out there.
He might have got a stinger on his shoulder.
Still managed to get 3 on the play. 2nd and 7 from the 43. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Spiker takes the snap, looks to the right, pumps, fakes, throws, caught, short of the first down. On the comeback is Davidson. And it'll bring up 3rd and short.
Got a penalty here against Shawnee. I'm not sure if it was legal formation.
We have seen our share of flags here tonight.
Yeah.
Somebody told the officials that it's the first week of the season.
Oh, eligible man downfield.
We'll take
Lyman got down the field.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you usually see a lot of flags in week 1 of the regular season. Not so much in the playoffs, but I don't, we can't see the formations specifically of what they're looking at, especially with the calls for lining up in the neutral zone or lining up off sides.
Well, I don't know if that was supposed to be a quick pass, because he pumped real quick, and a lot of times then by that time he came back and threw a little bit later, and offensive lineman worked down the field by that time.
And usually when you see a play like that, you've got that wideout doing a streak down the sideline like a stop and go, and actually he was coming back to the ball. Oh, what are you guys talking about? Where the ball's placed?
I was trying to figure out where it's supposed to be.
Come on, man. Let's go. I think that's the 3rd or 4th time I said that about this crew.
This is where that defensive front needs to make a play.
2nd and 13 from their own 37. $1:27 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Shawnee's second possession of the quarter.
Changing the play here.
He's got less than 10 seconds now on the play clock. Come on, boys, you got to run it. 2 to the left, 2 to the right, handoff, Meeks. Trying to turn the corner. He's going to be close to a first down.
I'm surprised we didn't get a holding call. Looks like they almost tackled Tate Niekamp there on the edge.
Not a first down, but back to the original line of scrimmage is what I meant. So that gain of 2 is going to put it at the original line of scrimmage. I guess every time I see a marker, I think that's the first down.
Usually when you see that jersey getting pulled away from the his shoulder pads, usually that's a good sign that you're going to get a call there. I was surprised there.
So this is a big third down for Wapak.
Our corners can't give up a cushion here. We got to make sure we come up and play a little tighter.
Big cushion right there. Look at that. Spiker drops.
Outside contain.
Feeling some pressure.
Nice
That's
job.
knocked down.
Good job by Braylon Walter there, getting those hands up.
Braylon Walter showing why he's first team defense in the WBL. Almost the turnover I was asking for on that particular series. As Shawnee's going to bring out their punting unit. Not much success punting the ball, too, by the way.
Yeah, and they're going to kick two of our best players here, Caden Page and Jarrett Mullen. We'll see what we can do with the ball here.
With 22 seconds remaining in the quarter. So that was a nice stop by the Wapak defense. That's what we were looking for. Page gets under it. He's got it. He's looking for some running room. Cuts to the right. Comes back.
He's still
has some running room down the left sideline and wrestled out of bounds.
Did a nice job of shaking and baking there and made a few guys miss. Oh.
What happened over there?
I don't know if somebody was talking to him on the sideline or.
There's a flag down there. Now what? We're going to have another sideline infraction on
I think so.
Yeah, because the coach is folding his hands, and he stepped way back. Well, they had one warning, so.
Ooh, Meeks had the big call there.
So with a good return from Page and the penalty on Shawnee, again, they seem to be their own worst enemy in this game. As that same kind of scenario of making mistakes led to a Wapak touchdown toward the end of the first half.
I can see Wapak just coming out and just taking this football and just driving it right down their throat, just run the ball.
I throw that seam pass, that post pattern down the middle like you called the last time. Trips out to the left. 1st and 10 from the Shawnee.
Well, they're sitting in cover 2.
41. They set up the screen, trying to look for some blockers, and they're going to blow that up. Adams was the only one out there, and there were 3 white jerseys.
Yeah, it's hard to block 3 guys with 1 out there. Into the third quarter, though.
That'll bring us, yes, to the end of the third quarter. With the score, the Wapakoneta Redskins 27, Shawnee 16. We're headed to the fourth quarter. Keep it right here on TSC.
Alan Davis Insurance Agency, your solutions provider in Wapakoneta, Lima, and Minster. Alan is a business owner and an active farmer and Farmers Insurance President's Council Hall of Fame inductee for 2025. Trust Alan Davis Insurance Agency for auto, home, life, commercial, and total farm protection with offices in Wapakoneta, Lima, and Minster. For more information, check us out on the web at alandavisinsurance.com. At Ely Funeral Home and Crematory, we have years of experience caring for families from all walks of life. Each family comes to us because they know we are leaders in our profession, dedicated to excellence in service, and have the highest integrity. Our goal is to provide our client families with celebrations of their loved one's life and the time they share. We give every family in our community unique opportunities to learn, share, and remember. For more information, visit us at EelyFuneralHomeandCrematory.com.
Founded in 1914, Minster Bank has never lost its focus that separates us from every other bank, and that is helping people achieve financial success. At Minster Bank, we take pride in knowing our customers personally. You can expect a relationship with someone who understands your unique needs and can provide the solutions to help. We're Minster Bank, helping you achieve financial success. Minster Bank, minsterbank.com, member FDIC.
Pushita Creek Steaks, naturally delicious, antibiotic, and hormone-free. From fresh, grass and grain-fed, free-to-roam cattle. Pushita Creek is a family-owned and operated 210-acre free-range ranch right here in Ohio. And we take the time to custom-fit your order to exactly what you want for steaks, roasts, hamburger, pet treats, gifts, freezer boxes, and much more. Check us out on the web at PushitaCreekSteaks.com. That's PushitaCreekSteaks.com.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Mark Law. What a great playoff game we have here tonight against these two WBL foes.
Well, Shawnee, if they want a chance to win this game tonight, they're going to have to get a stop here, get the ball back to their offense.
Not too many surprises for Wapak's offense against the Shawnee defense. What I'm saying is that Shawnee is seeing the same thing they saw a couple weeks ago when we played at Shawnee in the regular season. We're not doing anything different. And like that last play to Mullen, that was pretty much telegraphed. And the defense showed up with a loss of 1. But as we were saying off camera, it's like, let's run the clock here. Let's take advantage of what we did in that last possession. The only full possession we had in the third quarter, and run the clock and put some points on the board. 2 to the left. Moyer looks left, has time, looks downfield now, looking for Ryan Richardson, and overthrows, and there's all kind of flags.
Yeah, it kind of looked like they were just both hand fighting there. I mean,
I don't think that was necessary.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I didn't see a foul either way.
You know, Shawnee brought the linebacker that time, Cam Baker, and got a little pressure on Caleb. But it just looked like both guys were kind of doing a little hand fighting down the sideline. Ryan looked like he had his hand up as well as the defensive back there. But
yeah, I didn't see it.
I think what might have helped the call is that the defensive back not looking back to the ball.
And I don't even think the ball was catchable. Yeah. I mean, you know, to me, when like you said, I think there was no harm on that play. But the Zebras see it otherwise.
Hey, we'll take it.
Puts the ball inside the 30-yard line. Put it down to the 27. 1st and 10 for the Redskins. That's Richardson split wide to the left.
Shawnee's showing blitz again.
Yeah, Moyer did a hard count there. I thought they were going to jump.
You had Cam Baker just kind of sneaking up in there.
Andre Longsworth, man, they got 15. Oh, they're running the clock because they have 10 seconds left on the play clock. They're taking their time. It's a quarterback keeper. Moyer getting bounced around. He got hit by his own guy.
Yeah, ran into Ethan Baker there, or Becker. So he did a nice job of pursuing there, and no cutback lanes.
Yeah, maybe a gain of what?
Loss of 1.
Loss of 1. Yeah, sorry. 2nd and 11 now from the 28. And that's what they're doing. I think they hurt us from up here, Mark.
If they stay in that cover 2, though, like you said, middle of the field's kind of been open tonight. So
Richardson, Mullen, there's 4 out to the right. Yeah. Adams, and now we've got whistles. And Walpock's going to call a timeout, so there was something wrong.
Yeah, I think they were trying to get a different play in, worried about the formation.
Yeah, we'll keep it right here. Hey, kudos to Shawnee, man. They're staying tough in this game, and they're responding when they need to. If their defense can make a stop here and they could come back and score, we saw what they did at the end of the first half and to start this second half. the amount of time that it took them on those drives.
Yeah, because
somewhere in the neighborhood
how many
of 5
possessions
minutes
have we had this tonight, and that we pretty much scored on every possession? But
well, we were 3 and out right off the bat.
Yeah,
and then we scored on our second possession, our third possession, our fourth possession of the first half, and then they came right back and scored, which was really big. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah. Again, defensively right now, Shawnee has to do something here to make a play. Obviously keep us out off the scoreboard. But we've done a nice job, driving down the field tonight. So it's going to be 2nd and 11 here.
.11:02 remaining here in the game. Now with 2 wide receivers off to the right. That's Adams to the left, Page in motion to the right. Moyer's looking left to set up the screen to Mullen. And what a nice hit.
Yeah, I think Shawnee was waiting on that. That was definitely a scouted play. They had 2 nice guys right there. Isaac Meeks, and then 51 also the defensive lineman. Rudisall was also reading that screen as well.
Isaac Meeks took Mullen right off his feet there. That was a dangerous, dangerous play.
Yeah, I think defensively Mullen, they were sitting in a nice, waiting for that to happen there.
Well, like I said, that's what they need to do right here. Now, before the timeout, they showed the same formation. 4 out to the right. Moyer looks, throws. He's got a guy in the corner. And caught. Caden Page, yes!
Boy, those are the kinds of plays that we were calling for earlier in the year. Just throwing one up for Caden and letting him go up and make a play. He had 2 defenders around him, and he just went up over top of both of them.
Well, there's some discussion down there in the corner as to whether or not it was a catch. And the side judge on that far sideline is looking to the referee for some help because I don't think he saw it.
And there's some laundry on the field, too. There's a flag out there as well, so maybe a late hit on the quarterback. Ooh, and unsportsmanlike conduct.
Wow. Moyer to Page for the 3rd time in this game. This time a 28-yard touchdown pass. And that penalty will be taken on the kickoff, I'm sure. Kneecap to attempt the extra point. Elliott's got it down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 10:48 remaining in the game, Wapak extends their lead 34-16. We're going to keep it right here, Mark, and talk a little bit about that whole series there. They get the ball back in good field position because of a good return and a penalty by Shawnee. And once again, Wapak makes the Indians pay for their own mistakes.
Yeah, they were throwing some screens out to the side, and we were talking about throwing the ball down the field. And again, nice job of Caleb stepping up in the pocket there and throwing down the field, and just Caleb going up between 2 defenders there. We talk about him with his size and being, athletic and going up. And
how many times have we seen Page this year high point that ball and out jump the entire defense, whether there's 2 on him, and that time he was sandwiched a little bit, get up there, hold on the ball, strong hands. The strong hands of Caden Page that we've seen this year.
Yep.
It's just amazing.
And that's why he's going to be playing on Saturdays at the next level, He committed to OU, and, I think he's excited about, playing in the MAC and making those types of plays.
Yeah, the Bobcats had a real good game the other night, and that's a good program down there. They've got a really good football program down there.
It's funny, one of their backup quarterbacks is a son of a guy I played with in high school, Chuck Winters, and his son is one of the backup quarterbacks at OU down there.
Now, what other famous quarterback played at Ohio? Who am I thinking of? Could it be a guy named Joe? After the penalty, there's a squib kick, and boy, Shawnee can get the ball back in good field position, and they will. And because of the penalty, Bentley's return puts the ball inside or near. It should be like, well, it's going to be right on the 45-yard line of Wapakoneta.
He did a nice job of fielding that ball. A little bounced up to him. And
why didn't we just kick it away?
Yeah.
Why do we have to do something like that? Just kick it away, man. So that's at the Wapak 45-yard line, 1st and 10. After that nice drive and touchdown by Wapak. Yep, Shawnee wants to have Wapak pay for their mistakes. Is that Meeks? And Meeks still on his feet. And a little extracurricular after the whistles were blowing. But, yeah, Meeks gets up saying, yeah, you didn't hurt me.
He runs hard. Again, nice first down run, 4 or 5 yards on first down.
Yeah, a little talking going on down there. Hey, I love the way Isaac Meeks run, and we're going to have to see him again next year. He's a junior, and he's a bull, man.
He definitely runs hard.
And that's a gain of about 4. It'll bring up 2nd and 6. The clock is running now. 10 minutes remaining in the game. Shawnee's got to get a touchdown here. Motion to the right. J.J. Spiker trying to go to the right. He was hit in the backfield. Initially, it looked like Tate Niekamp.
Yeah, and Hauser was getting some pressure there, too, and just kind of overran the play.
And that puts the ball at the 40-yard line, so it'll bring up 3rd and long.
And that middle linebacker, you kind of want to be in that hip pocket of him. He just kind of overran it.
Boy, every time we keep thinking, we've got these guys up against the wall, man. They're just fight. A lot of fight in this Indians team, man. Spiker takes the deep drop. He's feeling the pressure, and now he's going to go down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tate Niekamp did a nice job of keeping contained and was able to swim underneath that as he went upfield, and nice sack right there.
Niekamp, only a sophomore, and
it's getting a little chippy out there right now. They might give Braylon Edwards a call here. Yep, looks like Braylon Edwards or Walter's going to get called for unsportsmanlike.
All you have to do is talk to the players and tell them, hey, look, give them a warning, tell them to keep their heads on straight. We wouldn't have this problem. They know these two communities are close to each other. They know these two communities know each other well. So there's going to be a little bit of trash talking. The Zebras got to know that.
And sometimes, it's the second guy that gets caught, and, the first guy gets away with it.
Yeah. So with that penalty, the ball is at the 39? No, 34. And as a screen out to the right, it's caught. That's Davidson. And they're still trash talking down there. And
if that's Zero's second one. I don't know.
Boy, there is a lot of there's John going on between the coaches and the players. Now what? Oh, my. Personal foul.
Oh, and 55, huh? No blindside block. It's win or go home, so it's getting a little chippy out there.
Yeah, especially at this point.
Yep.
With 8:43 remaining, and you're down by at least 3 scorers here.
Shawnee doesn't want to end their season here, and they're continuing to fight here. They're not just going to lay down.
Wow. All right. So where's the ball now? Damn, back and forth and back and forth. All right, it's at the Wapak 43. Considering that this drive started at the Wapak 45, all that. Spiker's under pressure and he gets tripped up.
Yeah, he did a nice job of containing him, just enough to trip him up there was Braylon Walter.
Wow.
Big defensive play right there. Good loss.
Well, there's that old cliche, shoestring tackle. That, my friends, is what they call a shoestring tackle. Wow. Boy, it really has the fans riled up on both sides of the field here tonight, man. No doubt about it. Clock's running. 7:37. Trips out to the right. Second and a mile. Spiker steps up, feeling some pressure. He's going to run. He's up over midfield, and he gets tripped up, knocked down.
Yeah, Gage Vaughn did a nice job
Vaughn.
there. Yep. Stepping up from his linebacker position. Again, our defensive ends are doing a good job of making sure he does not get outside the pocket right there.
Wow. I think both of these teams are going to wake up tomorrow knowing that they played a football game tonight. You've had those days. I know I have. It's like, what happened to me last night? Well, it got tough. It's a tough, hard-hitting game out there tonight.
Get some pressure,
Spiker looks, throws, wobbly pass. INT! It's picked off
Brady
down the left sideline. And wrestled out of bounds is Bowersock.
Yeah.
The junior.
I think that's his first pick of the year right there. Good time to have it.
J.J. Spiker just threw up a wobbly pass. Didn't have much on it.
There's a flag out there on the field, though. What's going on?
That's the opposite side of the field, back on the Wapak 40-yard line. And I think he's putting it back in his pocket. Not sure exactly what that was. Or maybe it was just a mark of where the ball was intercepted. Oh, my. What a huge INT for Wapak. Bowersock. And Wapak, 1st and 10 from the Shawnee 26. Moyer hands it off to Mullen. Mullen cuts back to the inside. Still has some running room into the corner. 10-5. Touchdown, Jared Mullen. Touchdown, Jared Mullen.
Yeah, I think that was the breaking point right there.
Wow.
Nice job of a sweep to the right side. He made a cut back, and
wow.
To the house he went.
We've always said about Mullen all year long that when he plants that foot to cut back across the grain, there isn't anybody on this team that can find that gear and turn on the jets like Jarrett Mullen. And there's a flag on the play. It's going to be...
I think it was after the call, after the touchdown, though.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said.
Yeah.
If you didn't hear it, it was the touchdown scored. So after the play, personal foul, and no doubt, I mean, like you said, things have certainly got a little on the nasty side between these two teams as we started the fourth quarter. But Wapak extending their lead now, 40-16. And Drew Niekamp lining it up to add on one more. Elliott's hold is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 6:31 remaining. Wapak extends their lead 41-16. We'll take a timeout. You're watching Wapakoneta High School playoff football at its best here on TSC. We'll be back right after this.
At Elevation Chiropractic, our mission is to elevate your health and lifestyle, providing you the best customer service possible and making everyone who comes through our door feel welcomed and valued. Dr. Mike Noggle and his team recognize each patient is unique and tailor care plans to meet their needs. By having multiple techniques and therapies, it allows us to get results patients need and desire. We invite you to join the family at Elevation Chiropractic and experience the benefits of consistent chiropractic care. We understand that healing takes time, and we're committed to supporting you every step of the way. Contact us today to schedule an appointment and begin your journey towards elevated health and well-being. Elevation Chiropractic in Wapakoneta. Call 419-738-4373 or visit us at elevationchiroohio.com.
G.A. Windsor & Son Company, family owned and the original recycler since 1848. We're proud to be headquartered in Wapakoneta, and our commitment to the community has never changed. We celebrate the hard work of our employees and provide our customers with the best service available in our industry, all while being environmentally conscious. We are proud of our city and proud of our workers. We are G.A. Windsor & Son. Visit us on the web at gawindsor.com.
Mike Feaster is a proud graduate of Wapakoneta High School and takes that same pride into his work as owner of Feaster Residential Inspectors. They provide detailed home and commercial inspections, and Mike works with you to know the condition before you purchase that home or business. Whether you're buying or selling a home or business, you can count on Mike and his team of professional inspectors to give you all the information you need to know. Call 419-371-8468 or visit us at feasterinspectors.com. At Ely Funeral Home and Crematory, we have years of experience caring for families from all walks of life. Each family comes to us because they know we are leaders in our profession, dedicated to excellence in service, and have the highest integrity. Our goal is to provide our client families with celebrations of their loved one's life and the time they share. We give every family in our community unique opportunities to learn, share, and remember. For more information, visit us at EelyFuneralHomeAndCrematory.com.
Pushita Creek Steaks, naturally delicious, antibiotic, and hormone-free. From fresh, grass and grain-fed, free-to-roam cattle. Pushita Creek is a family-owned and operated 210-acre free-range ranch right here in Ohio. And we take the time to custom-fit your order to exactly what you want for steaks, roasts, hamburger, pet treats, gifts, freezer boxes, and much more. Check us out on the web at PushitaCreekSteaks.com. That's PushitaCreekSteaks.com.
Your outdoor fun starts here at Dad's Toy Shop. See us today for all of your favorite remote control land, air, and watercraft, and so much more. Dad's Toy Shop in downtown Wapakoneta is your one-stop shop for all of your hobby needs. Friday Night Football, everyone's favorite time of the season. The energy, the band, it all ties together perfectly. You deserve the same from your real estate transaction. Located in downtown Wapak and operating all throughout Northwest Ohio since 2012, Merritt Real Estate is here to provide you with exceptional service and commitment to ensure you get the most out of your real estate experience. From Friday night lights to Friday morning coffees on the porch, Merritt is with you because in Wapak, community comes first. Get more with Merritt, your home team in real estate.
Welcome back. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Mark Law. Wow. An INT and Wapak makes them pay again. And that's been the theme to tonight's game. Wapak taking advantage of Shawnee mistakes. There's a squib kick, and that's taken quickly by Bentley. And Bentley, they return back to about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, taken down there by Klein and Wireman.
But yeah, this whole ball game, especially this fourth quarter, has been a hard-hitting, physical, tough game for both teams.
Yeah, neither team wants their season to come to an end, so know they're just going to keep fighting.
And I like that.
Yep.
I like, we haven't been in a real dogfight this year. And if you're going to get into a dogfight and come out on top, the playoffs is when you need it. Because it's win or go home. And I know that's an old cliche too, but it's absolutely true. And especially if you're a senior. So when you see underclassmen, you see people, stepping it up, a Braden Bowersock like that with the INT. And there's a nice tackle. Pushed around a little bit.
Yeah, Wyatt Buell and Caden Page. Caden Page up there on the line of scrimmage making a tackle.
There's a couple of seniors there for you, too, trying to make a statement. So a loss of 1. 6 minutes remaining in the game, 41-16. Shawnee starting to slow down a little bit, trying to see the writing on the wall as the clock has been their enemy the entire game. But they put 2 touchdowns on the board in less than 5.5 minutes of play between the end of the first half and the beginning of the second half. So who knows? 3 wide receivers left. There's Spiker. He looks, sets up the screen to the left, and it's dropped. And I think number 2, Dalton Hobson, heard the footsteps out there. He kind of looked up.
Braden Bowersock was coming.
He looked up and saw Bowersock and took his eye off the ball. So, yeah, now it's 3rd and 11 just like that. Really?
Yep.
3rd and 11?
Yep.
Really? My goodness.
Our corners here just got to play a little tighter here. Just don't, let's not give them the first down.
Boy, our hats off to Coach Shane Wireman. He really brought this team to play. They played a tough game. They need a first down here.
Oh, Braylon Waters with the pressure again.
And Spiker's going down.
Another sack there for Braylon Water. Nice job coming off the edge.
4th down and 10 with 5:19 remaining. You're not going to bring out the punting unit. You got to go for it here, don't you? You got to call a timeout maybe? Don't you want to call a timeout? You got 3 timeouts remaining, Shawnee.
Like
come on, Coach.
Looks like they're conceding.
Oh, come on, Coach.
I wouldn't be surprised if they just fair catched up here and just.
And a running kick and a fair catch called by Jared Mullen at about the 27-yard line. Wow. Wow. So that 3 and out for Shawnee, that was big for Wapag's defense. And now with 4:46 remaining, Wapag can just run the clock and rule the roost here at home and move on to play in week 3. Our sponsors once again, Merit Real Estate, Minster Bank, Elevation Chiropractic, Miller's Corral. Man, we love you, Ted Miller. What a great operation that is. Home Savings Bank, G.A. Windsor & Son, and Jimmy Sager State Farm. 1st and 10 from the 28. And that's going to hand off to Longsworth, who spins his way forward. Couple of nice runs tonight for Andre. It's nice to see him back at 100%.
Yeah, nice gain for a first down here. I mean, they get a couple first downs. They should be able to run the clock out here.
It's nice that you can have a guy like Longsworth, gives Mullen a little bit of a break. And when Mullen went down with what might be a slight injury, it was Andre that set up the touchdown pass, that 2-yard pass from Moyer to Page in the middle of the first half, if you will, maybe beginning of the second quarter. So, and then seeing Andre on defense too, that's nice. He's in the slot, or no, he's not. He's in the backfield. He's going to take the handoff. He's going to drop his shoulder, take a couple white jerseys with him up near the first down.
Yep.
Let's see where they mark it.
Moving the chains.
Yep, that's going to be enough for the first down.
Oh, man. He down?
No, please don't tell me he's down. Oh, yeah, that's Andre. All right, we're going to take a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Did you know TSC has an app called Gigahood IQ that lets you set your network's performance and security for every device, every app, every room, and every family member in your entire home? That's a powerful tool right at your fingertips, and it's free. So if you are interested in the best Wi-Fi, a separate guest network, parental controls to protect your family, 24/7 managed Wi-Fi support, and whole home threat protection with Protect IQ, stop and download the Gigahood IQ app right now. If not, take your chances. An ultimate fiber experience. Get it free with the Gigahood IQ app from TSC.
Personal service. That's Home Savings Bank. Locally owned and operated, Home Savings Bank takes pride in being part of the Wapakoneta community since 1941. Home Savings Bank continues to offer more services like online bill pay, ID Theft Smart, a mobile banking app, home mortgage and equity loans, construction loans, lines of credit, savings accounts, IRAs, and more. All with friendliness, integrity, and the personal service you deserve. Home Savings Bank.
in downtown Wapakoneta. Let me tell you about my friends at Miller's Corral, a family-owned discount appliance and furniture store right here in Wapakoneta. Miller's Corral has served customers in Wapakoneta and the surrounding area since 1981. And I can tell you firsthand, they beat the big box stores. Low prices on quality products and top-notch customer service. They're all about service, delivery, installation, and repair. Miller's Corral is an authorized dealer of such brands as Amana, FlexSteel, KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, and more. Take my word for it, they are the best. For complete sales and service, visit my friends at Miller's Corral in the Grandview Plaza, Wapakoneta.
Are you having trouble making a decision about where to go for your hearing care? Well, let us help you cut through the noise. Hear what our patients have to say about us here at Auglai's and Sydney Audiology.
This place is absolutely amazing. Right when you walk in, it feels so homey, not like other doctors' offices.
Everyone at the office was so friendly and helpful. My audiologist did great at explaining the results and possible solutions.
Don't trust your hearing care to just anyone. See the professionals at Auglai's and Sydney Audiology.
Your outdoor fun starts here at Dad's Toy Shop. See us today for all of your favorite remote control land, air, and watercraft, and so much more. Dad's Toy Shop in downtown Wapakoneta is your one-stop shop for all of your hobby needs.
Welcome back to Wapak. 3:52 remaining in the game, and yes, that was indeed Andre Longsworth. We're hoping and wishing the best for him as he comes to the sideline, and that'll be enough for him tonight. We'll see if Mullen comes back into the game or who they put back there with him. Actually, it's the second team.
Yeah. Looks like
Lisi's in there at quarterback.
Looks like Bentley Rook's in there.
All right. So Lisi's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off. And that was a nice run. That's Rook, right?
Yep.
Yep. The sophomore.
Yep. Stayed in bounds, kept the clock running.
Yes. Stay in bounds. Keep the clock running. No doubt about it. 3:10 remaining. 41-16. Did you see that one coming? 41-16.
I didn't know it was going to be that much. I thought for at least 2 touchdowns. I just thought our offense was better than their defense, and then obviously our defense seemed to be the best in the league. I thought at least by 2.
Well, when Shawnee won the toss, decided to defer, Wapak got the first possession of the game, and they were 3 and out.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, heck, we're in for a ball game, especially after Shawnee's first possession was 3 and out.
I watched the Holy.
Whoa! Rook gets buried there.
I watched their game from last week in the playoffs. I mean,
against Holy Name.
Yeah, Holy Name, and they were only up. Was it 10-7?
Yeah.
Or
yeah, it was a close game most of the time. Holy Name had a really good defense.
I think it was 13-10.
Yeah.
And then Shawnee scored a late touchdown to go up, 19-10. But yeah, I mean,
and Holy Name had a good running back too. The Rodriguez kid, I think. So.
I thought for sure that we if we come out and play, we had like we were capable of, we would win by at least 2 touchdowns.
But Spiker, showed that he has a couple of weapons out there offensively in the backfield with Meeks, who really didn't show as much as I kind of expected tonight. But definitely Hobson and Davidson made themselves known as far as wideouts are concerned. Davidson coming into the game, in one of the league leaders with 6 touchdowns. And basically,
but again, it goes back
offense, to they've had weapons all year long.
Yeah. If they would stick with their run game a little bit more and have more of a mix, it seems they go one extreme to the next. Either they're all passing or, running, instead of kind of getting a good mix.
Now, there is one player that we talked about that they did not have tonight. He suited up, and that was Chase DePalma.
Yeah.
He had 4 interceptions on the year, and the senior didn't see the field at all tonight. I didn't see him at all.
Nope.
And normally he plays wide receiver and DB, and he's a key cog to that offense.
Yeah, he got hurt in that first half of last week's game and didn't play at all in the second half last week. So, yeah. That was
I saw him come out with that brace on his lower back, and he was moving pretty gingerly. But you watched him a little bit in the pregame. Was he moving around okay?
Yeah, I thought he looked like he was going to be able to play. Pregame he was out in the field, going through the drills and whatnot.
Well, that was a key
difference
injury
between going through drills and
difference.
actually doing some hitting, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. $1:53 remaining in the game. Wapak up 41-16.
Looks like both teams have their 2s in right now.
Yeah, 3rd and 10 from the 40. He's not going to pass the ball. He's just going to hand it off again. And it's Rook up over the 40-yard line. That'll keep the clock running, and I don't know if they're just going to run the ball one more time or are they going to try to punt. I think they're just going to run the ball.
Coy did a nice job of tackling there for the Indians.
Shawnee still with 2 timeouts remaining, so they're not electing to stop the clock, or no, they're just going to run. Wapak's got 24, 25 seconds remaining, so they can take it down to about a minute before they take a penalty and forced to punt the ball. But let's see what they do. Are they going to run every second of the play clock and get it down to a minute or close to a minute? It looks like no, they're going to run the ball. It's going to be Rook, and Rook is going to get stopped. And that'll turn the ball over to the Indians with a minute remaining. And exactly turn the ball over, like I said, with a minute remaining. Wow. Okay.
I'm sure Shawnee will probably just either just come out and take a knee, or they'll bring their JV offense line out for a run a play.
Yeah, I agree. Well, what a great way to start the playoffs for the Wapakoneta Redskins, coming in 10-0. They had the first week off. Shawnee won last week at home against Holy Name 19-10, but ran into a buzzsaw, especially here in the second half with the Wapakoneta Redskins. And our score 41-16 with a minute remaining. They still have a lot of young players coming back next year, so I'm sure they're gonna come back strong.
Biggest loss for them will be losing their quarterback next year.
Yeah, J.J. Spiker.
Yep.
What a great year he had.
Yep.
That's a handoff to number 28, Whitaker. And probably just one more play they'll have to run because they're down to 37 seconds on the play clock. And as you can see, there's probably at least an 8-second difference. So they'll have to run at least one more play. All right, so Wapak will move on as far as the playoffs are concerned. We'll be back here in Wapakoneta. How cool is that? It's going to be nice to have the friendly confines of the Mercy Health Wapak VFW field for week number 3 of high school football playoff action. And if things change, we more than likely will play
Toledo Central Catholic.
Toledo Central Catholic.
Yeah, I think they were up like 3 scores over Lexington, so I do believe it's going to be the Toledo Central Catholic. And what's kind of deceiving is their record. I think they had 4 losses on the season, but they play in a league up in in Michigan basically, and 4 of those losses come from teams across the border.
Yeah, Division I schools.
Yes.
Well, as we wrap things up here, Mark, what a game. Wapak, I think the key to the game is taking advantage of Shawnee mistakes. Several mistakes that led to scoring opportunities for the Wapakoneta Redskins, especially in this second half. But, boy, what a physical game we saw here tonight.
Yeah, both teams came out to play. Shawnee, was coming out. Even when they got behind, they played hard. Fought back, had the touchdown right before half, and then the touchdown to start the second half. So, yeah, they came to play tonight.
Wow, what a great crowd, too. You got to hats off. Got to give you the hats off to the Shawnee Indians for coming to play and bringing the crowd with them. And Wapak, well, another playoff victory for Coach Moyer, but I'm sure he's not going to stop until we get a championship for this Wapakoneta Redskins, and it starts by winning this game here tonight, and they did just that. 41-16, the Wapakoneta Redskins over the Shawnee Indians. For my tag team partner, Mark Law, our videographers Mark Fissel, Jacqueline Miller, and Paul Downing. I'm Big Dan Wilson. Once again, our final score, Wapakoneta 41, Shawnee 16. On to week number 3 of the playoffs, right here on TSC. Have a good night, everybody.
Welcome to the Gigahood IQ app, your home's guardian in the digital realm, featuring Protect IQ. Protect IQ sweeps away viruses, malware, and online threats for your entire home, so you can focus on what truly matters: family. Shield your home with cutting-edge technology, ensuring every device is safe. No more digital dangers, just seamless, worry-free connectivity. Experience peace of mind with Protect IQ, included in the Gigahood IQ app. Download the free Gigahood IQ app and secure your home with Protect IQ today.